Giveaway, you say? Oh, yeah. Figure Fight Club is the official giveaway channel of Action Figure YouTube.
Thank you, members, for the love you bring, for every shared story and the joy you sing. To our sponsors, your support's the key. Together we build this legacy. Collectors unite in this fight we thrive. Figure Fight Club, our passions alive. Yeah. Unboxings and battles, the thrill of every find. Trading tales and treasures. Welcome to Figure Fight Club, where collectors come to play. Discussions from relevance to hot toys shaped by collecting weight. Pour a drink for yourself, collect your thoughts. Join us on this journey and action-packed talks. In the club, the fight is on. Action figures shine like the break of dawn. Collectors gather around, any drink will do. In Figure Fight Club, we welcome you. Welcome with the club, with the club. Welcome with the club, with the club. Raise your drinks up high and let's cheers. You're among collectors and like-minded peers. From stores to conventions, we take you backstage, exploring figures from modern day to the Stone Age. In the club, the fight is on. Action figures shine like the break of dawn. Collectors gather around, any drink will do. In Figure Fight Club, we welcome you. Welcome with the club, with the club.
Welcome to Figure Fight Club, fellas. It is Friday night, and tonight's going to be a fun show, actually. We have one of our sponsors on. He's going to be joining us. But before I bring out the sponsor and our guest, our VIP, I want to give a shout out to our hosts who will come out now.
What's happening? Hi.
What's up, lads?
Not much.
It's a good night.
You better watch out. Those copyright strikes will be flinging like crazy from the old YouTube if you keep playing that music.
I know, right? It's only this other weird or it's my Indian music. I don't know why I got flagged that last time. It never happens ever. But welcome to everyone in the chat and the replay squad. Thank you guys very much for joining us on this Friday night. We are doing a giveaway today, and since we have
look at that.
Since we have a Transformer toy store, I figured it's only needed to give away a Transformer, right? So a Yellow Park Optimus Prime. Did you say it was bootlegged? That's what he just said. It's not bootlegged.
It wasn't me.
I promise it's not bootlegged. But
Is it
before we
Lou?
bring out, I think it was Lou. I heard something.
Okay.
But before we bring out our VIP, Paul from Collecticon,
No, I said that. Cool.
Oh, Lou's on a delay. That must be what it is.
He's on a delay. Got you. I would like to play this video.
The Transformers will return after these messages.
Yeah. You're on it right, man.
We now return to the Transformers.
So that video was stolen from Decepticast on Monday nights. So just want to throw that out there that we do have a code with CollecticonToys.com. Use code FFC10 to get a 10% off from your order. And then I'm going to play a song to bring out Paul. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Collecticon. That's like 3 copy strikes in one night, dude. It's going to be an amazing show.
Bring it. Yeah.
How you doing, man? Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. I mean, December is a busy time for a toy store, but I was able to squeeze you in. It was.
I appreciate
you guys are worth it.
I'm just glad to see you're not on the side of the road anymore.
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's right. You were saying you were having some car troubles, right?
Yeah. So I'm, I just want to first apologize because I don't have my proper podcasting set up here. I'm just using the AirPods and I'm preying on the wireless internet at my parents' house because I am in my hometown to do a toy show called the Quad City Toy Show, or QC Toy Show. It's in the Quad Cities is where Iowa and Illinois, and on the Mississippi River on basically I-80. So, flyover state territory. But this is where I grew up, and so I had to drive from Chicagoland there, and my trailer blew out a tire on the interstate like an hour from the event. But luckily I was able to get it taken care of, just a tire, you fix it. But the same thing happened to me this spring when I did this same show, because they do 3 of the show. So it's like it's cursed. I don't know what the deal is. And
is it a good show for you? Like was it a good show last year? Or last time you went?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like a Transformer convention, TFCon is the jam when it comes to what I do. I'm a highly specialized niche toy store. Like, I'm pretty much only dealing with Transformers as a brand. And so, I'll just say that generalist toy shows don't bring the Transformer fans out like a Transformers-centric convention does. It's kind of weird. Like,
that's fact.
We don't need to go into this right away, but it's just I have sort of like my own little rules of thumb. It's like, like comic C2E2 is the big comic convention in Chicago. It's like, essentially it's like in between San Diego and New York Comic Con. It's like the third, the Midwest big one by Reed Pop. Okay. And that's I call it a generalist pop culture show, because if I sold at C2E2, I'd probably lose my ass, because everyone's there to get, you can like Batman and Superman or Marvel and X-Men and, go see Steve Buscemi, whatever, get the cast of the Revenge of the Nerds is there. You get a little taste of everything. But in my experience, Transformer people have horse blinders on. They don't give a rat's about much else. Maybe like 1 or 2 other little things they dabble in, but they're like 99% Transformers. And so that's why they have a generalist multiple specific Transformers conventions across the country every year. And you don't see like Batman Con or Wolverine Con, or there are some. There's like PowerCon for He-Man. There are some like specialized ones, but the more generalist ones don't usually I don't really hit there, because I have the mentality of a psychotic Transformers collector, or Ghostbusters Con. Yeah, Ghostbusters.net. That's my buddy. He's a friend of mine. So thanks for coming.
We know with that Batman Transformers crossover that's supposed to show up this month, you never know, it might be popular.
Oh, they're doing a crossover.
It could be. Cool. Actually, yeah, we're that's late. That was supposed to come out this year, and what happened?
Supposedly December is when we're getting pictures of it, and I know it's running out of time.
Dude. Yeah, everyone at Hasbro has the rest of the month off. Okay, so I don't know when that's happening.
Well, so Star Wars did a live stream yesterday. Marvel's doing a live stream Monday. Right. Joe and Transformers might have some before the end of the month.
That's true.
So we might see it then.
Has Transformers?
We want to leak what that is? I know what that is.
has Transformers ever teamed up with TMNT?
Yeah, there was a crossover
last year.
They did? Okay.
The Party Wallop like turtle van guy, which funny enough, I just noticed this the other day because I'm going through my warehouse and I have shippers with that. That is labeled on the shipper as collaboration 1. So that might have actually, like, from a planning standpoint, that was put on the Hasbro books as number 1, but it was not the first one to come out. The Ghostbusters one was.
Yeah.
So, food for thought.
Yeah, I totally agree.
And lately, we got another reissue of the Back to the Future one. Ghostbusters been reissued multiple times, so I'm sure that TMNT, once the first set of stock finally clearances out, it'll get a reissue.
I don't know. If they painted it like Metalhead, they'd have a winner, but I don't know if that's going to happen.
Or like the
And-
brown turtles, like the toys.
Yeah, that could be cool. They could do that. I mean, they did that with the Ghostbuster one. They made the Afterlife Ectotron that was like,
Yep.
blink and you miss it. But yeah, all those reissues of those, they all have the year on the logo, so you can tell which release it is, which is kind of unusual for transfer. Like all these rerun. Typically, we get random. We're actually in the midst of getting a lot of reruns. Like a lot of the Earthrise toys that didn't get produced very much are all getting like released at various vendors, and they just look like the exact same box. But those collaboratives, they have the year stamped on it, so they change it for the new year. So,
Endless
Nerds.
Fables is asking, has Transformers GI Joe vehicles ended?
it has.
I haven't. Have you heard
Paused?
anything for that Vamp Optimus?
Oh yeah,
Other than
that
the
one
leak?
was.
No.
I haven't heard any.
Absolutely
Yeah,
not.
I haven't heard anything in a while. Like it wasn't on my. I already basically bought everything or pre-ordered
yeah.
everything for 2026, and that was not one of them.
That wasn't on the
So,
list. Okay.
Doesn't
Now,
mean
is
it's
that-
not happening.
Is that 1/18 scale or 1/12 scale?
It's 1/18 because it's
Oh,
got
1/18.
O-ring Joes with it.
You
Likely.
do you think they would ever do a 1/12 scale?
We're looking at like multiple.
That
hundreds
would
of
be dope,
dollars
though.
if we did a
Oh,
1/12
I mean,
scale.
it would likely has to be like a HasLab, like a shared HasLab almost. But that would be pretty
Hey.
dope.
That could happen.
Or
Who knows?
made to order because Hasbro's doing this made to order thing at a higher price point.
Yeah, that's
know what,
true as well.
I would love that Night Raven Starscream. That would be sick if they would just make that,
Yep.
please. Like it's got that would probably be a HasLab, like a joint one. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
I totally agree. But before we get too far into just talking about random things right now, we want to focus back to you, Paul.
Sure.
So this thing with toys, right? You obviously have a toy store. You're one of our sponsors. Before, like, what got you into toys? I guess ever since you were a kid or as an adult?
Oh yeah, definitely as a kid. Like I wasn't into He-Man. I wasn't into GI Joe. I was into Transformers, and
Okay.
I couldn't. A lot of times people are like, my first Transformer was Gears. Like actually that's a very common story. I hear that all the time. It's always Gears. I can't remember what my first one was, but I do remember getting Optimus Prime for like maybe it must have been my 4th or 5th birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was born in '81, so but I knew I had some other Transformers before Optimus Prime. I just don't, recall. But I was very fortunate growing up. I didn't have them all, but I had a good smattering of the Transformers as they came out, and as I aged up, like Christmas was always either, it was I had all the bases. For like Christmas presents and birthdays. So I had like Metroplex, Skylynx, Scorponok, and then when it came to Fort Max, I saw that thing at the Toys R Us, $100 on the shelf, and I'm like, oh my god! And so I set up a deal, like a special allowance like plan with my parents for me to like earn $100 to do it. I swear it took me 6 months. And then one day I was just counting all my money and I was like, oh my God, I have enough. Let's go to Toys R Us. So for 6 months, that Fort Max was available at Toys R Us. That big giant Mo. And it was there, no problem. Like, I went to Toys R Us multiple times over that 6 months just to like Wayne's World, when he goes to the guitar, he's like, oh yes, it will be mine. That was me at like 8 years old with Fort Max. And I got it. And think about that. The same toy was on the shelf for 6. I mean, it might have been like restocked even, because that's just how the toy industry was. Nowadays, that is impossible. They would not.
Gone through 2 waves.
If
by
you didn't buy it now, it's gone.
Yeah.
Well, at the same time, there was probably 50 other toys in that same wave, so there was plenty to choose from.
Well, the Toys R Us probably bought 100 of them. They literally just kept them in the bag or something.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's true.
it's just a different era. I don't know. I just like kind of telling a story like that because it reminds me of the good old days, I guess. Or we didn't know how good we had it back then, but yeah. So I've been in it for a long long time. And I used to keep all the boxes, you know, like
You're one of
all
those.
the parts.
Kept everything, huh?
I mean, one of those. I got a garage full of boxes. Shut it, Bobby.
Well, you're a Transformer collector too, so
At least my boxes are empty.
hey.
Not mine.
Whoa. You sent me a picture of your warehouse. That was insane. I was like, holy shit.
Oh, that wasn't even a good picture. That was just like I was sitting there like, hey.
But
yeah, I've been in it forever.
So yeah, in it forever. But did you ever stop collecting, or like you just kept going hard? You did.
I definitely did. I definitely did. I remember like, I mean, I got into video games. You know, I was like, I loved Final Fantasy games. I played those things till I got like grinded to level 99. You know, like then the internet came around when I was in junior high, and like it was, you know, it didn't dawn on me to look for Transformers on the internet until I graduated from high school.
Mm-hmm.
And so basically, like from the Pretenders, I didn't have any Power Masters. Okay, so I had like the Pretenders, so that's like 91, something like that.
Okay.
And then I didn't really care again until they call it Car Robots, but originally it was called Transformers 2000. That's how crusty I am. And that was like the resurgence. That was a post Beast Wars, like return to vehicle modes in Japan. Like using and maybe you guys know this. I just, you know, I know Talib does. I just, for the audience, like if maybe they're more generalists, this is the rebirth of Transformers as we know it in the modern era. It was called Car Robots in Japan. And then it was called Robots in Disguise in the United States. So I used all of my graduation money to import these Car Robots toys. They all arrived. And then like literally months later, Hasbro releases them all in the United States. And I'm like, what? It's like, how dare you? But they were all different and stuff. So
yeah. Now
that was, you know, I got snake bit on that one.
So it's been Transformers for a very long time.
Yeah, I did collect the Kenner Aliens toys. Like I had I had every single alien like sealed in the box. And then one day I was like, why am I carrying these around? So I sold them to I think a LGBTQ couple in Canada, and the husband was buying. He's like, I'm going to buy all these. I sold them as a lot on eBay. He's like, thank you. These are for my husband. It's a wedding present. You know, I was like, whoa, crazy. Like that's such a weird wedding present. But hey, you guys do you.
Aliens. I mean, you can't go wrong with aliens toys, right?
No.
So you did
love like an alien bursting out of your chest.
Mm-hmm.
So you never got into like I guess like, you know, you have Hasbro who does Transformers and the third party stuff. Did you do a lot of the Hasbro things as well?
Oh yeah, I mean the third part. I mean, I guess how far back do you want to go? I mean, there's always been knockoff Transformers. I didn't really pay attention to them much until like maybe when the 2007 movie came out, but that was also like around the time that the third party world for Transformers started ballooning up, and it started with add-on kits like for the new classics toys. You had the Cliff Jumper, you could turn the Rodimus toy into Rodimus Prime, you could have armor. They made this transforming armor to put on the new Ultra Magnus. I mean, those were amazing toys, and there was only like one company doing it. It was called Fans Project. But then like Fans Project released this Springer toy, and it was the first like full toy, and everyone's kind of like, whoa, I don't know if this is cool. But then they got it and they're like, this is really cool. And then everyone blew up from then. The Fans Project Bruticus was a big thing. I did the first review that got on YouTube of that for TF Source, and that was like a huge like 160,000 views or something on that video back then. But so I kind of backed away from the third party stuff. I do like appreciate it at times, but I'm a crusty purist, and I actually turn my nose up to a lot of this third party stuff. And I have no shame in saying so. I get roasted for this all the time. Like Talib would roast, and he's allowed to do that. Okay, like this is my personal opinion. I am a purist and I stick with the brand. And from a licensing perspective, none of that shit should exist because they didn't. They're just
stealing.
It's copying off the work and the billions of dollars that Hasbro as an entity has invested in this franchise. But
who makes a better product?
You're stingy with the license. Well, who makes a better project? Questionable.
Yeah,
let me ask Talib this question. Who makes a better product?
It depends on what you're looking for. Like, so if you want something that's not super complicated and fills that void, then Hasbro takes care of you. If you don't mind things that are a little bit more complicated and have a different type of shelf presence, then third party is kind of the way to go. And if you don't care about price point, but at the same time, you see, I get official masterpiece stuff. Like I'm the masterpiece snob. That's what I want. So if Takara can't produce it for me, then a third party company. Typically, I touch it, play with it, it goes on the shelf, and that's like. It's a forever toy for me. That's what that pissed me off about Hasbro was they kept nickel and diming me, and then the next one was a little bit better. The next one was a little bit better. Incremental improvements. So this rat trap, I'm not going to need another rat trap because Takara killed it. I won't need another rat trap.
Well, didn't they make a few rat traps? I'm pretty sure my son has one too.
Yeah, they've done multiple different ones. They did reissues from the original mold. They did one in Kingdom. So
yeah, but that's I don't have that yet, and I probably won't even open that, Talib. But I mean, all I've heard is raving reviews of Rat Trap.
Yeah. I mean, the biggest thing you can complain about is it's got a backpack, but a lot of the Beast Wars kind of do. Just because their shell just flaps to their back.
Only other option is remove it and make it a parts former. Oh, that's a parts
former. You can't do that. No, you can't do
it's
that
like the two of the negative things in Transformers: parts formers and shell formers. No.
Yeah.
And parts formers has always been a thing. If you go all the way back to the vintage line, there has always been parts forming. I don't get that attack on that. Never have.
Well, same thing with people that attack repaints.
So, for people who don't know Transformer lingo, what does parts forming mean?
Talib, I want you to take that.
All right. So, do you know what Devastator is, Abby?
Yes.
So, Devastator takes multiple pieces to make Devastator. Like you can't just convert it all into one.
So he's like a Build-A-Figure.
Sort of. Yeah. Probably one of the first Build-A-Figures.
Right. And they're yeah, so parts forming is basically extra pieces that aren't part of the actual transformation in the figure. You pull the piece off, you put it somewhere else. So it's not always attached to the figure.
So it's like it's like a Build-A-Figure with accessories. Got it.
Exactly.
And it's the underlying reason why it's a sin is because in the show, Starscream's fist didn't fly in like a glove from somewhere else. No, it was all contained. Like his wings didn't come apart and turn around and go on his back. No, they just all flipped around. It was all a self-contained organism. And that is why parts forming is a sin, because it breaks the the fictional psychological hold we have on this stuff. You know, it's like, hey, it's just a dumb toy. Oh, this isn't really a robot from Cybertron.
But we'll accept mass shifting.
Yeah, we'll take it. We'll take it.
So now, I know this is I know I've heard Talib discuss this too on Decepticast when I was awake.
You listen?
I do sometimes. Normally I start nodding off, but I am awake sometimes. But I know what's it called? Transforming? Yeah, the transforming part versus a non-transforming figure. Like transforming versus non-transforming. That's been like a big heated thing with Transformers collectors as well.
Non-transforming Transformers? Is that what you're trying to spit out?
The blokies, yes.
Or blockies, but yeah.
No, just kidding.
Yeah, so
I know that bugs you. So
there are some people that don't want to deal with non-transforming Transformers, but then there are people that come out of nowhere and are starting to buy these things up in Yellow Park and maybe not 3.0 much because they're flipping expensive, but it's brought other faces that may or may not have bought Transformers because they were intimidated with transforming things.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I used to be I wanted all mine transforming, but the blockies kind of softened me to the non-transforming stuff.
We're really hitting on all the like hot button issues of the trans fandom right now. I mean, we got to talk about the color of Frenzy and Rumble next. I mean, geez, that's
we can. Is there a color issue there? Is one of them supposed to be like blue? The other one is like teal.
Oh,
yeah. Let's just leave it at that. So who
is it like that? It's pink. It's white. It's pink. It's white.
There is sort of like a real history to the non-transforming stuff, and Zaldron touched on it. He brought up the Action Masters, which the joke is kind of that Action Masters killed Transformers because they were Transformers that did not transform. They were like G.I. Joes, essentially.
Okay.
And they were but it was kind of novel, especially looking at where we are now, where we get an Optimus Prime every few weeks. You know, this was the first time that they really took all these core characters and were like, hey, let's bring them back again in this new form, which is the little non-transforming action figures. So we got Megatron and Starscream and Devastator, Wheeljack, Omega Supreme, all these guys that we had only had one toy ever of most of them. And now they're back. So that was kind of cool. And it actually set sort of a dangerous precedent that we're just swimming in right now, which is that the same toys keep getting remade forever. Like they can release Optimus Prime 15 times in a year.
Yeah.
But
so they don't make any changes to them at all, though? Like it's just the same figure?
They do.
Exactly? Okay.
They do. They're they're redecos. You know, some people like, but sometimes it's like literally like, it's like Stealth Attack Batman and like Nitro Batman. Like it's kind of like that.
So is Optimus like their Wolverine?
Oh yeah, Optimus is their. I mean, I would say it's their Captain America, really.
Captain America. I feel like Wolverine's got more figures than Captain America.
Yeah, probably. I'm just thinking from like a holistic standpoint.
Yeah, I guess from like I get what you're saying, but like from a Hasbro perspective, like Wolverine is like the most overly produced action figure from Marvel or Hasbro, and I'm assuming Optimus would be and Spider-Man. That's true as well. That's a good point. Yeah, but but he's the most popular, or supposedly the most popular one. Okay.
Well, here's my final word on the non-transforming stuff, and I'm glad Talib has come around to the side of light here. Is that these characters in Transformers have transcended like pop culture stability. Like they are some of the best collection of characters ever. It's on par with the Marvel universe. It's on par with the DC universe, and actually Marvel had a lot to do with the Transformers character development as it is. But those characters are so good that like the transforming thing is like a third piece of the puzzle. You got the robot, the thing it turns into, and then how it gets there. Those three things make a fully fledged Transformer. But you can still live with any of those things individually. Like Batman doesn't transform. McFarlane made an entire toy line of Batman, multiple different, and no one complains. I mean, other than it's all Batman, but like they'll buy Batman that don't do anything other than stand there or look cool. So I can get an Optimus Prime that stands there and looks cool, and it looks better as that robot, that visage of Optimus Prime, than anything that transforms, because it doesn't have to. In those three modes I gave you, the robot, the other thing, and the transformation, one of those always messes up part of the other. You never get a perfect robot and a perfect vehicle and a perfect transformation. You're going to get a very good one of those two things, and the other two are usually going to suck. It's like one of those Venn diagrams. So, and then you cut out the transformation, it can look exactly like it does in the 100%. Movie with all the crazy parts and stuff. You don't have to like fake, a pipe hanging here, because you can actually put the pipe there because it doesn't have to transform in a way that's impossible. So that's why I just think these characters are so strong that it makes sense to just have like, representations of your favorite character that it doesn't have to transform. So yeah, that's it. Off my soapbox.
So there was a question from Sir Rod, and you all not even started talking about the Pretenders yet. So I guess that's a comment
did.
more than a question. But is the Pretenders, is that the fake line, the third party ones, right? Or is that something different? Again,
Something different.
talking about from a noob. So
It was
I have no
another
idea.
Transformers gimmick.
It was okay. Ah,
Yeah, it was like I think it was kind of a response to the success of He-Man, you know, with the crazy like muscle dudes and the crazy fantasy characters. They were trying to like, how can we put that into Transformers? And so their idea was we're going to make these shells and there's a robot inside of it. And then the shell just opened up and the robot came out. And that
wait,
was
so it was like a human
horrible
shell?
gimmick.
It was a human shell.
There was
It was
humans. Yeah.
humans.
So it was like Independence Day, like where there was like
Yeah.
a giant alien and then like a little baby
Yeah.
alien.
Similar, yeah. Yeah.
Never thought of it like that, but yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
And you know how and even better in Independence Day, the little alien inside is like a little dweeb.
Yeah.
The armor is awesome. So it's like the exact same thing because the robots inside of the Pretenders, they sucked. They all they did was this. Like they didn't turn into anything that was worthwhile.
Yeah.
they just pretty
Pretenders
much
has
folded
never
in
been
half.
yeah, they just like bent over or something. But Pretenders is the one gimmick that they have not like perfected yet. They have not like gone back to it and like been like, how should we do this? And I think that the reason being is because it would be they'd each be $100 toys. They'd have to be big. The Transformer would have to be good, and the action figure surrounding the Transformer would have to be good too. And that's just I just don't see anyone willing to try that.
Do you like what Fans Hobby did with their Pretender with that Metal Hawk?
What did I saw it a while ago, but again, it's third party, so it's kind of in one ear and out the other. What was the outcome there?
So it transformed like the robot to airplane mode, but in robot mode, you could clip on pieces to make it look like the human form.
That's a pretty. I mean, and it could still like move and stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a pretty good solution. However, I think it needs to completely surround the robot.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what the actual realization of that would be. It'd probably be pretty awful. So I think that's why they just don't do it. But yeah, that looked promising. I'll tell you that the Fans Hobby thing, and they usually do pretty good work. So
Okay.
Yep.
And to the chat, I am flagging your questions that you guys are asking. I'm not bringing them up yet. So don't act like I'm ignoring you guys. It's being flagged, at least most of them.
Quit
Yeah, Hobby
ignoring.
only ignores me.
Yeah.
So I'm number one free agent, baby.
Talib is a free agent right now, but you have to buy out his contract. So he's not really a free agent. I guess he's just looking to move.
I'm an expensive agent.
So I mean that's interesting though. Like so there's a very large lore here, and there's a lot of back and forth. So and I've heard a lot of people that hate the movies as well. Like there's a strong love or a strong hate for the movies who are like original Transformers lovers. But
I mean, live action movie, not the '86 movie, which is
live action,
masterpiece.
Michael Bay stuff. Yeah.
Mhm.
I've heard that there was strong feelings of hate. You didn't like it either, Lou? 7 seconds.
I love the first one. I thought it was fantastic.
Okay. Well, we know why you like the
Yeah.
first one. Megan Fox is pretty great too. I agree. Yeah.
Well, Megan Fox is fantastic, but no, the first one was a fun movie. After that, the lore was just so skewed over and over and over again, and they kept reinventing it with each movie. So, yeah, it was annoying.
I mean, so the only issue. So I did like the first one too. Maybe the second one was as well, but I feel like it just got too action oriented, and I lost grasp of the story. Like I forgot what was the point of what's happening. Like eventually, because it was just all action. Like 90% of the movie was all action based, and I was like, "What the hell? Like they're just fighting the whole time. What's going on? Why are they fighting? What's happening?" But I mean, again, that could also be the fact that I like to multitask a lot, and I just missed over what they were showing off.
Michael Bay thinks that's a feature and not a bug with his storytelling. So
Yeah.
I actually was on set for one of those movies.
Oh,
Yeah,
tell us about that. Which one? Which movie?
Dark of the Moon was filmed in a small town in the Midwest called Chicago, and I lived there.
Okay.
And they had an open casting call. Like, I could walk to it. It was down the street from where I lived. And I was like, oh my God. So I went there with a buddy, waited in line around the block, and went into the school, and they took a picture or whatever, and one of the questions they asked was, do you have a vehicle, and would you let us use it in the production? And I'm like, fuck yeah. So that's the only reason I got called back, not because of how I look or my charming personality. Like, oh, this dude will drive a car. So for 3 days I was sent down to I don't know, somewhere like Gary, Indiana, so like the armpit of the earth. And I went down there, and they had this strip of highway that was closed off, and holy shit, there was Sentinel Prime and Bumblebee and Dino and Sideswipe and the Dreads, and there was, and they had walkie-talkies, and they had catering. If you got there early enough, you could get catering, like free food. It was amazing, and you got paid like $100 a day. But
$100 a day. How long were you there for?
3 8-hour days.
Uh-huh.
It was awesome. It was a
Wait,
great.
was your name in the credits of the movie?
No.
Oh.
No. But Michael, there was a point. So we all had walkie-talkies. There's like 100 extras with cars, and there was a lot of downtime, right? But and you weren't supposed to film anything, but I definitely did, and I definitely put it on YouTube, and it's definitely out there. And this is the story has kind of a dark turn to it. So the last shot of the last day, they had everyone lined up, and all the cars were going to go down the highway at the same time, and they're going to do a stunt on the other side and film it, and that was going to be the last shot of the day. And we all had walkie-talkies so they could tell us, like, action, and you're supposed to stay on like channel 11. All right, so if you got channel 11, there's 10 other channels.
Yeah,
I wonder what's on those other channels. Channel 1, oh, there's Michael Bay. Oh, channel 2, there's the DP. Oh, shit, I'm hearing everything. You can just switch around and listen. It was great. However, so I was doing that all weekend, right? But so then this last shot, we're all driving down the road, and like I'm skirting through the walkies, and someone's like, "What the hell was that?" Like, and then there was like static, and they like flagged everyone down and stopped, and I was pretty far in the back, so I didn't really see whatever happened.
Mm-hmm.
There was an accident, and I remember I was, we were just kind of stopped on the road, and I was scanning through the channels, and someone's like, "We need an evac copter right now."
Oh, damn!
Like, holy shit! Something happened, and then they started directing us. We had to do a U-turn, so we didn't go past. So basically, I'll just cut to the chase. This is what happened. A piece of a weld broke during the stunt, and it flew across the median and crashed through this chick's windshield and hit her in the head. And then she just, ragdolled and hit the gas and slammed into the median and just scraped it along going until like it came to a stop. That's why they're like, "What the hell was that?" They're like, "That wasn't a stunt. What was that?" And I made a tweet about it. Like, because we were sitting there on the road for like 30 minutes. This is kind of beginning of Twitter. So this is like 2008, 2009, something like that. No, maybe it was like 2011, 2010, 2011. I just wrote like, "Whoa, something weird happened on the set of Transformers today." And then like CBS News tweets me like, "Hey, can you give us some information?" I'm like, "Whoa, no, I cannot. I will not do that. I am playing with fire right now."
They're on it, man.
And so the girl got hurt real bad. She was like in a coma. You can look it up. I don't want to say her name or any of this stuff, but I had my phone filming on my dashboard during the shot, and it's on YouTube. Like you don't see anything. You can see the stunt thing happen. You don't see anything happen to the girl, but that was the moment when the accident happened in Dark of the Moon.
Oh, that's horrible.
It was rough.
Hopefully she's fine now.
I don't think so. I think she's like got a lifelong condition, but the studio did have to pay her out. I haven't looked into it in a while, but maybe that story went on too long, but I don't know. I've never heard. I don't think I've ever told it in full. So
I mean, it's a shitty situation, but definitely I mean, the
Yeah.
fact that you were in one of the Transformers movies, like in the background or working as an extra hand, that's cool.
You don't see me. I just got to be there. Oh, and I was selected on the second day. I got selected out of 8 people, and we had to go up and get out of our cars. And Michael Bay standing there. He's like, "All right, you guys, I need you guys to drive and pretend like you see something crazy in your rearview mirror. So you're going slow, and then you're like, holy shit, and then you gun it. Okay, that's what you're gonna do." And I'm like, okay. Okay, like that's everything you hear about how he does stuff, like just kind of like snap, snap, snap. We're doing it. That is 100% true.
That's him. Okay.
Yeah. So I I was like 20 feet away from Michael Bay, and he's directing me, a nobody. And it was just a great. Other than the bad thing that happened at the end, that was a really great experience. And
yeah,
it doesn't bias my thought on the movies. I don't really love. I mean, I'm with you, Lou. Like the first one, I saw 10 times in the theater. Like that's stupid.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Megan Fox.
embarrassing to even say.
Megan Fox.
Megan
There's so
Fox
much more
was
than
great,
Megan
but like
Fox. Come on.
that, I still like would think about it. That time when when Bumblebee beats up Barricade and like transforms into the car and they get inside of it, I'm just like, that is the coolest fucking thing ever. Like at the time, just that scene, he's just standing there and he says something with his radio voice and his whole body transforms into the car and they just step inside. That's Transformers to me. That's like my fantasy come to life. So
Bumblebee was my favorite character from the movies.
yeah, he's cool.
Yeah.
Starscream was, Dorito
That's
Scream
fun.
was kind of cool.
Dorito Scream.
Dorito Scream. Oh,
He's a giant Dorito. He's a triangle. That's ridiculous. But yeah, the movies are okay. We have to live with them. That's what we got. And it's going to be a long time until we get what we want. I think we're going to be old and gray. It's going to happen. It's just going to be a bit.
And I've said if it wasn't for as popular those movies were, Transformers might not be in the place that they are right now. I mean, there's been a little bit of a decline, but I mean, Transformers blew up internationally even more than what they normally were.
Yeah.
100%.
And how is the Transformers market internationally? Like, was it Gundam? Gundam is a Japanese thing, I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah.
So that's like your number one competitor with Transformers, I would imagine, right? Because it's very similar. Is it not similar? I thought it was. I don't know anything about Gundam either.
There's some crossover there. I know some Gundam fans that are like Transformers fans as well.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how much the general crossover is, though. Do you have a finger on that, Talib, at all? I don't know much about Gundam.
Not really, because I only thing I've done was build the kits. I've never really paid attention to the media. I think I've watched one show.
All I hear all the time is Gundam fans talking shit about Transformers.
I was waiting for Zaldron to chime in, though.
Yeah. But I mean, so like, my question was really going towards the international market. How is internationally Transformers taken by the international crowd? Because when I was in India, like there wasn't much Transformers I saw at all.
Yeah, I don't think India has much of a presence for some reason. Which seems like a market that's completely untapped. 1 billion people. I think they probably want that. But I'll tell you what, from what I know, and I've never been to China, so I've never seen it firsthand, but I believe the lion's share of Transformers fans are in China right now. Like eclipsing the rest of the world. And I always say, like, the big time collectors in America, if they ever end up selling their collection, it's going to China in the end. That's where the money that is willing to be forked over for this stuff is at. And
you got to think, all these companies that are stealing the IP is pretty much based out of China.
Blockies is China. I mean, that's second party, if you want to call it that. They're booming.
But they have a license, though, right? They have a license to do all this, yeah.
For some reason, yeah. I mean, I'm glad they do. But it's crazy to see these trade shows in China of these third-party companies, just like huge, probably $20,000 booth spaces for knockoff product. You know, I'm just like, what in the hell is happening? Hasbro Asia exists. Like, these pictures exist. Go do something about it. Like, I don't know why they don't. It has irreparably harmed the brand at this point. I mean,
You think so?
I'm spitting some fire right here. You know, a lot of people do not care about these things that I am talking about, but like the Masterpiece line is completely nerfed because of third party. They have just, you know, Takara Tomy and Hasbro let that shrivel to dust. I think the Masterpiece line is essentially done.
Yeah.
Because
they couldn't
for sure.
They couldn't produce the speed that all these third-party companies are producing, and I think that's what partly what killed them.
Now, these third-party companies, do they make Masterpiece style figures as well? Is that why it's hurting them? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they don't have deadlines like most corporate companies. That's the thing I always try to tell people. Like, oh well, Fans Toys releases stuff quicker. I'm like, yeah, because it's 3 guys, you know, on their laptops making that shit happen, which is, you know, that's admirable. But like, I don't know. Everyone thinks it's cool when other people steal other people's stuff until someone steals your stuff. And a lot of people are never in the creative realm where they've actually tried to build an idea or a drawing or a character from nothing. And as soon as someone like steals it or does any derivative thing of it, they're all over it. Like, oh my God, how dare you? But like, for some reason, the Transformers fans are like, yeah, fuck Hasbro. Yeah. It's like, the reason any of this exists is because of corporate interests. All right. Just get over it. You don't own it. They do.
Yeah.
But we need to not talk about this. I'm out of my mind.
You're so passionate about this, man.
I am. I mean, there are really cool third-party toys. Don't get me wrong. You know, like I respect some good stuff, but when I bowed out of third party is on the first round of the Devastator Wars, when 3 different factions of I'm just going to call them bootleggers decided they were going to make the same toy 3 different ways. So we had, at the same time, you could buy a piece of Devastator from this company and this company and this company. And I was like, there is no, as a collector that has a mental checklist or a physical checklist in my head, they have just like taken an eraser and scraped it all over. There is no boundaries. And as a long-term collector, when there aren't like rules to set to live by or to like collect by, it really throws my whole system in disarray. So I was like, nope, don't care about any of that stuff because company A makes a character and you're like, oh yeah, I love Ratchet. I'm going to buy, that's the best Ratchet ever. Well, now there's a competing one over here and a competing one over here. And it just gets bonkers. And there's nothing systematic that can like be consistent. And that Devastator War thing happened at least 3 times. I mean, we're in one right now.
Yeah.
KFC
so what are your thoughts?
Fans Toys are doing it again.
What are your thoughts on the third-party companies that just make upgrade kits like Non-F and DNA? Do you think that helps the brand or hurts the brand?
I love those. Those are great. Those are like my, you know, Sabertron.com.
Yeah.
The Transformers website. If you're a Transformers fan, you know it. But owner of that site is a good friend of mine, and we've talked about a lot of this stuff. And he equates that to like aftermarket parts for cars. You know, that's a whole realm of aftermarket things that is allowed to happen. And, you know, that it's a kit for this specific model year of car. Same thing with, you know, like Honda doesn't care because they're not making that thing, but they'll let other people make it. It's the same. That's the same deal. You have to purchase the original product to make that third-party thing even matter. And like 3D printing stuff is just kind of the same way. So I don't know. That's how I think that's great. I love third parties. I love the, don't make that a clip. I love third party because that's not true. But I love the kits. I love the add-on stuff because that augments the existing toy. And like if that was all third party was, I would buy it en masse and stock it. And really, been meaning to do this since last year. Is like talk to Nanef and be like, hey, can I carry your product? Because I would, So if you're listening, I'm coming.
Is Nanef based out of the States, or are they in Singapore or China?
No, he's in. As far as I know, he's in the States because I actually bought some parts for him for a custom that I made for an event.
I have to reach out to him.
And he actually injection mold stuff. That's not 3D printed. He has a machine. I don't know how he has it, but
I'm gonna have to find a way to contact him and see if he'd want to do an interview on a Monday.
I'll see if I still have his email because it was like 4 years ago, but still got it somewhere.
So I'm understanding, or I'm starting to get a lot of knowledge about Transformers today. It's great because I fall asleep all the time during Decepticast. So
not me. These guys got it on lockdown. Decepticast.
They do. I mean, the amount of news Talib goes through to even prepare for that damn show is insane.
Yeah, I worked on the slideshow for like 2 hours last night. Still not done. So.
Well, Abby, I think that kind of illustrates. There's almost like Transformer overload for the average person. Okay, there's enough news in a week to do a 2 or 3 hour podcast every week.
What doesn't make sense? What doesn't make sense to me though is like he does all this news. But then when do these figures come out? like is it like 5 years from now? 10 years from now?
It can be a while.
5 years.
Yeah.
5 years from now, right? It has to be that long.
I mean, if you were paying attention, Abby, we've gone over the same robot in multiple stages of pre-production, from concept, digital renders to EV1s or whatever they're called, prototypes, and then final paint masters, and then the final product.
It's still
that also reinforces something I was trying to kind of say about Hasbro's on a pretty fast clip, and you can complain about simple. I mean, these are the best Transformers for the price of all time. Every year they outdo themselves. They're on deadlines and they're on a cycle and they're on, this stuff is coming out every month. There's new product coming from Hasbro, but the guys over in China that are making, Overlord version 3, they're kind of like, oh yeah, we got, okay, whatever the factory says, whatever. Yeah, cool. We already showed everybody the pictures a year ago, but okay, in 2 years we'll get it. It doesn't matter to them. They don't have deadlines. And that is a completely different work environment. It allows them to be more creative, but that's not how I want a business that I'm interested in to be run. Laissez-faire. I want deadlines and I want accountability. That's what I get from Hasbro. So
right.
I mean,
and that's what you can slips through the cracks sometimes with third party for sure. Well, third party it can slip through the cracks. Right, exactly. It's pitched, it's advertised, it's shown, it's hyped, and then it never happens. And you go, well,
I still want I'm still holding out hope for my fans project, Shattered Glass Technobots, getting finished.
Oh yeah,
I got 2 of them. Okay, and I said I don't like third party stuff, but I want that. It's still gonna come.
Since you have your own store, do you sell third party stuff at all, or no? You stay away from it.
I mean, if I don't have the inroads to it really, and I don't care to find them. Okay. Every supplier that I have tried to work with has been worthless, and I won't name any of them, but there's some big names that you might be used to, Talib, that I have told to F off because they do not. Again, I don't play a game where I want results. If you say you're going to do this and you don't, you're dead to me when it comes to business. So I'm happy to not sell the third party stuff. Would I be maybe in a more monetarily sound position? Probably, but I enjoy a challenge. So
no. So let me ask you this: how does it affect you when Hasbro releases their figures and it quickly clearances out at stores or hits like a Ross? That must affect you a lot. Yeah,
it's annoying for sure. But I can always, every time it happens, I'm like, oh, not surprised. Like that toy didn't sell well. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, oh, Legacy Strong Arm reissue showing up at Ross. Big shocker. But I have the intuition to not buy 300 of that toy ahead of time.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, so like when that Hasbro just could not, they overproduced it when that happens. And they just, you know, Ross is the number one person they call when they're like, hey, we'll sell you $1 million of product for $100,000. Are you cool with that? And they're like, yes. And then there it goes. You know?
And it sounds just like that too.
That's my guess. I honestly think it's as simple as that. They're like, hey, we got trucks coming to you if you press the green pay us button. Okay, bang. And then whatever shows up, shows up. They don't even care.
No. Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah, because they're
It's just
getting
putting
all
them
just
in
making
sellers'
room.
Ross is getting Pulse exclusives right now. They're finding that that classified Starduster at Ross right now, and that was a Pulse exclusive.
Good night,
for
Sir Rod.
$7.99. Good.
I was just saying good night to Sir Rod, and don't forget, or I will reach out to you. Sir Rod won one of the giveaways, and he's the last person I have to get to ship out to, because he's also in another country. So I haven't forgotten about you. It's just been a busy day. I'll get to it hopefully on Sunday, and I'll reach out to you.
Good things come to those who wait.
That is also true.
Be a nice Christmas gift for him.
You mean you got a giveaway?
Oh, you got yours too. Talib won a giveaway on the giveaway party.
First time.
Right.
Now you can't fucking complain ever again, Talib, that you never win shit.
Do I have to heat these joints up?
Again. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
What is that?
Heat up your
NECA?
toys, guys. No, it's Four Horsemen Studios, Mythic Legion, or Figure Obscura. Sorry. There's your screen is really choppy, Talib. Just FYI.
Probably because I'm uploading a video on my phone.
Well, stop doing that.
Well, this
all
is not
kinds
the
of-
first time Pulse exclusives and stuff have shown up at Ross. I mean, like the Shattered Glass Collection toys showed up there. I remember finding some movie masterpiece toys at Ross a few, maybe 5 years ago.
The thing everybody's hyped right now is that Triptychon, that Gen Selects Triptychon.
That's right.
Yeah, I was trying to find it yesterday, but I wasn't the early bird, so I missed it in my area. But this is my theory on that, because like Hasbro has multiple locations, plus there's multiple warehouses. Like I know there's one in Illinois, because sometimes my stuff ships from there. I don't know how their distribution system works, but like Pulse is like not really Hasbro. It's like another company.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, the Mia video.
It's just
Mia Khalifa videos. What are we talking about?
Talib has a thing for Mia Khalifa.
Oh,
No, it's you, Abby. Don't be putting that shit on me. Everybody knows
now
it's
you know. Now you know. how I feel.
I totally have a
Every
thing
day.
for Mia Khalifa.
I know.
I even have her action figure.
I bet you do.
I do. A custom action figure. Yeah, sorry.
inflatable.
No.
Good.
Not at all. It's,
Shout out to
it's-
Toyomic Displays. He has went whole hog into Transformers. Like he is.
He's-
like,
He's
he's been
selling
on.
his Star Wars collection to get
Right.
Transformers.
Wow.
And then soon his G.I. Joe collection as well. So that's another question, right? So Transformers and G.I. Joe. That's was it Energon universe?
Oh,
See, I knew. See, oh, I even have a comic book that's signed by Kirkman.
nice. That's cool.
Yeah, that's only because they gave it to me because I went to his panel thing.
Well, hold on to that.
I don't even know where it is. It's somewhere like tucked away in the shop. I'm sure.
It's a
Probably under
paperweight.
one of his boxes of his toys. He hasn't opened
Yeah,
up yet.
definitely under boxes of toys. So that's another thing, right? So do you guys think they're gonna ever do like how they did the Transformers and G.I. Joe stuff crossover? You think they'll be doing like a movie or even with classified toy line?
Talib, you want to take this one?
Did you already
Before I
talk
go
about
on a
it on
rampage?
Decepticons?
No,
Oh.
it's just So last SDCC, they did a crossover of Void Rivals and Transformers. They didn't even scale together. So you had an O-ring 3.75 figure, and then like an 8 to 10 inch Transformer that they couldn't even fit inside. So and that thing hung around. It might still be available on Pulse right now. Like it didn't sell well.
So you're not looking forward to any crossover if they decide to do one.
They got to do them right. They have to. If you're going to do an O-ring figure, it has to scale. They should do like Mask or Diaclone, but then you kind of lose detail on something that small. But you could make a Transformer that's at a better price point with a smaller figure.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Well, here's the thing: they have both licenses. They own Mask and Transformers. They can do it if they wanted to.
Right.
What's stopping them? Nothing.
Money.
Well, if that TV show that was announced blows up like maybe like Invincible or better, you cannot not have product out there.
Dude,
Right.
I am
100%.
100% sure that they are putting all their eggs in that basket. And the writing has been on the wall for a while that that's going to happen. Because like all these, you've heard me say this, Talib, and it may, this is the kind of thing I say, and then when I'm proven right, no one cares that I was right. So I don't even know why I'd bother. But like all these toys, a lot of the recent Transformer toys, and some that are coming out just now, those are for the Skybound universe. They look they look like Daniel Warren Johnson toys. Okay, but they are billed as Studio Series 86 Transformers the movie toys. That meaning this, the Commander Optimus Prime, the new Seeker mold, the Soundwave, the Tank Megatron, all of that shit is Energon Universe toys.
Right.
They just haven't gone all the way yet. But they're and the reason they're doing it this kind of like trickle out way, where they kind of hide it in plain sight, is because it is for 40 years they have not gotten the toy product on the shelf the day the media comes out. It is very, 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 very difficult to do. Yep. But now all they got to do is print a new box and put it in it and make sure it's there on the shelf the day that thing launches on Amazon. And that is going to be the third wave of Transformers when that happens. If you talk about G1, you could consider Beast Wars, but I used to say that's G1, so forget it. The movie, the Bayverse movies, that was the second wave, and this is going to be the super nostalgia wave, because it's going to be all the 30 to 50-year-olds that have somehow avoided all the nostalgia for Transformers thus far, but when that gritty animated Invincible style show comes on a very highly viewed platform, it's going to blow up. And we're going to see a whole new world of this franchise. And if it doesn't work, it might be done.
Okay.
So just be ready and get your issues of that comic now, because they're going to be very valuable very quickly.
So there was something I kind of wanted to ask you since we got you on here.
Sure.
Now, there's somebody in the YouTube world that said that they heard from an inside source that Gun Megatron is on the table. Do you think that's legit or bullshit after all the stuff that we've heard against it?
Honestly, these days, I think Missing Link Megatron is an inevitable first Decepticon from Japan. Will that ever be will that get the black box treatment and released on Hasbro Pulse in the United States? No, it won't. And you'll have to import it from Japan, and it's going to be a shit show.
Right.
But I don't if Hasbro can do it, do it. That would be great. I don't care. Like, I can live without it, but I would love it.
Yeah.
It's insane to me, and I'm annoyed at myself for not predicting this, that the G1 Megatron is now like the most valuable Transformer toy. It kind of just like came from behind and blew past everything that came before it.
Right. Yeah, I have the have the commemorative book, and I'm probably will never let go of that thing.
Yeah, that's a great toy. I have that one too.
Yep.
That's the one that came with the mace, right? And
Yeah.
That's a great version of Megatron.
Well, it's like the only reason, one of the reasons I could kind of see if they would do it, because Hasbro and Mattel are playing nice, and the only time you see like two companies that are what you would think are opposed to each other is when things are getting rough. Like if like you remember like in the 90s when Marvel and DC were teaming up, is because the comic book was about to go under, and I that's kind of where I was thinking that could be legitimate.
I have not heard that particular rumor, but like I kind of got excited when you told me that. But it also doesn't mean shit. The idea is on the table. Okay.
Right.
Like what is there a table? Is it in a Hasbro HQ? Like what are we talking about? You know, like I don't
Yeah. And I know
Whatever.
they've I think it's SDCC, somebody straight up asked them about the Hooded Cobra Commander, and there was all this belief where that was never going to get done, and they were kind of easing into that. So
what's wrong with the Hooded Cobra Commander? Is that like they think it's Nazi-ish or something?
So that that shitty producer D Bonaventura was like supposedly in a meeting and compared it to a certain group that has 3 letters in their name. That
guy, dude, that guy. Okay, remember when I said like someday we'll get the Transformers movie we need and deserve? That guy's got to go. He's got to go.
Yeah.
I respect all your work, Mr. Bonaventura.
100%.
I don't think you're a bad person, but you have overstayed your welcome, my friend. Please get off my lawn.
No, I do want to ask some other questions from the chat. I've had these start for a little while. The first one is from Initial Goose Creations. What is the rarest transformer to try and collect?
I mean, that's a loaded question, but I can tell you the one that I'm trying to get, and honestly, I know better than to even say this publicly, because if anyone finds it, they're gonna be like, "Oh, I know who." Then I'm marking myself. I need a Milton Bradley Thunder Scream sealed in the box, which is a European release of the G1 Starscream that they put Thundercracker in the box and put Starscream stickers on it.
Oh,
and that's a very, very rare thing that was like only in Europe, and there's only been a few that have surfaced. You know,
how old is it?
Probably from like, probably 85, 86, 87, something like that.
I have family in Germany. I could find it. I could find out.
Hey,
listen, it was already hard enough to find a fucking toy store in Germany, so it took me forever to find one.
It's fun going toy hunting in another country. It's a wild ride, isn't it?
It is, yes.
Yeah.
In India was the most fun I've had, though.
Oh man, I'd love
especially when talking to like some of these guys. I was like, "You guys know this is a fucking knockoff, right?" And they're just like, "No, it's real." I was like, "No, it's a knockoff." I was like, "Bro, it's a Hot Toys box, and it's just got 5 points of articulation." No, it's plastic. There's no clothes on this thing. And they're just like looking at me like I'm an idiot. And I was like, "Okay, well." Mr. Time, what's some of your guys' favorite pickups this year? Any toy lines apply?
God, I don't know. Like, I kind of have selective memory on this, but anything missing link, like I think the Bumblebee and the Cliff Jumper came out this year. I think it was very early in the year. That was a delight. I love all the missing link toys where they take the G1 toys, then they're like, it can look exactly like the old 80s toy, but they have like ankle tilts and like all these things, and it's very toyetic, but it can do things that you imagined your toy could do in the 80s.
Right. The things you wished it could, yeah. It's a great idea. It looks
a little goofy, but like that's okay.
Sunstreaker. I mean, it's Sunstreaker, but he's still. That's the one I'd love to get a hold of out of all of them. I don't know.
I can.
I
help
might
you
know
out.
a guy that has it.
with a specific
10%
code.
off.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll talk. We'll talk.
How about you, Talib?
If I had to pick a transformer, like the first thing that comes to mind was the HasLab Rattler, but completing the masterpiece scaled Magic Square Bruticus was great.
I don't think it has to
think
be a
three-
transformer.
Well, yeah, and I think 3 of the 5 bots came out this year. So the first 2 came out last year.
Okay.
Weren't you putting that together on the open mic a few weeks ago?
Yeah,
That looked really good. I got
it's nice.
New
Solid.
age, right? I mean, good.
Magic Square.
oh,
Magic.
well, it still looked good.
How about you, Lou?
Oh man, there's been so much this year. I don't know.
Come on, just say your shill answers. We know.
Well, I know you're gonna sit there. Cause I got again, I got one of them sitting right here because I got enough of them that they are always next to me. So there you go.
How many do you have of those anyway?
I have 10. I did my count the other day. I thought I only had 9 at one point, but I have 10. That's the.
And you didn't get a gold head, huh?
Never got a gold head. No, but oh well. I'm not worried about the gold head.
Lou, I have 9 silver heads and 1 gold head.
Yeah. You dirty bastard.
I have 0.
All right, fine. But yeah, I think that was one of my favorites for sure. Yeah, I don't have any of the Savage Crucible with me. Well, you know what? I'll use this guy as an example. I actually really do like this one. So this was a
The Como, yeah.
Yep, Como. He hurts when you touch him because his scales are ridiculously sharp, guys. But killer figure. I love this thing.
Well, what about that Studio Series Optimus you got back there? How does that land compared to that? I'm curious.
Came out last year.
You know, I was talking with Studio Series Optimus came out last year. That's true. But who was I talking to? I was talking to my buddy about that. Transformers right now I'm kind of at a weird point that Transformers almost feels more like an obligation to finish certain things rather than an enjoyment, which I hate. It's been a frustrating year. It's like I pre-order something because it's like, well, I have to have that because that's going to be the best version of that character now. You know, although Megatron Studio Series Megatron was awesome. That was an awesome pickup.
Yep, that was one of the few Hasbros I picked up this year.
Yeah, and Devastator was good too. The individual bots, not impressive at all, but overall built out as Devastator, I'm like, yeah, that's pretty damn good. I like it.
Yeah, I have to agree with you there. I was kind of like really disappointed when I first saw the Devastator because I was like, guys, this isn't good enough. You're just releasing the same shit again. Like,
right.
But smaller.
Like you're telling me you couldn't make something better in 10 years, but it is better. It is significantly better than the last one.
Mm-hmm. It really is.
Those thighs, those are like, yeah.
I know, yeah. They did a great job of.
Can you do that one more time?
No.
Flip
it. Shake weight.
He shook the wrong leg. No, that's a clip.
Oh shit!
That's so funny.
Yes.
All right. The next one was from Travis P. With money not being a setback, what happened?
You didn't tell us yours, Abby.
Oh, dude, this is a long list. Savage Crucible.
One. Just one.
No, just one. He said some. No, Savage Crucible, Cesare Studios, LPZZ. I can't say InArt because I don't own one. I like that Gun Girl, Jessica. I think Jessica. There was a third-party toy.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of good ones this year. I got to make a list. We all have to make a list because there's 25 figures on the damn list. That's a lot of fucking figures to figure out for this year.
That's insane.
Yeah, but I have to find 25 figures I bought this year that I like the most. But yeah, no, there's a lot. Valaverse, you got LPZZ. That Batman was amazing, and I can't wait for that Deathstroke to come out. There's some shit about this. I still have her at my desk too. The Cesare Studios Barbarian chick. It's a great figure. I never had issues, but there's some QC issues with it. Apparently, some people are having breakages, so it's happening, and it's a third-party figure. So, good luck if you want.
More
if
like
you want it
Boo
replaced. Boo Baron, she's about the same as the last one, so not really. But she's a muscle mommy, right? She's thicky. That not Chun Li or the Quinn Li. This one right here, still one of my favorite figures to pose and play with.
Looks like
Like-
thickly.
Still has
Yeah,
the O
I mean-
face on it. What
I was
kind of
just gonna say
fighting
that.
stance is that, Hobby?
It's the fighting thing. You know, she's
Oh.
fighting. Do the sound effect again?
Oh. Oh.
Wow, there's so many of you guys going off right now. It's just there's just so many. The funny, I thought that was Paul for a second. I was like, "Whoa, Paul, calm down."
I thought it was one of you. Dying.
Damn.
Yeah, but there's just so many to mention this year, man. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like Hot Toys is on that list too, probably. Because I just got a box of Hot Toys in today, so there's just so much. Travis P is asking, with money not being a setback, what is the best Devastator, Prime, and Starscream to buy?
Studio Series Devastator, MP44, and MP52 Starscream. Done.
Yep.
Next.
100% agree.
Talib, do you agree?
He might have some third-party selections there that I wouldn't be aware of.
I
true.
see. I not on a Devastator yet because
be right
Fans
back.
Toys is working on theirs, and that one might be the top masterpiece Devastator. Prime, I have to go with MP44. That's mine, but a cool Prime is the Lewin one, just because that thing's so big.
Oh, yeah.
But
that's really just MP10.
right. Just an oversized MP10, and then my Starscream's the MP52 mold.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The only thing it's hurt in that design is no waist swivel, but I still don't care because I still like it.
Well,
Yeah,
compare
that's-
it to the old MP model, the original
Yeah.
MP Seekers. It's so much better.
I
Yeah.
actually think the choice they made there, it was definitely a choice, but it was the right one. And
Yep.
when I see people with that, whatever the third party option was, the only thing that's debatably better is that it can bend at the waist, but it's a fake bend because it cuts the cockpit. So it's like,
Right.
Right.
I don't
right.
know.
Mhm.
The only
I like
the
it.
only thing that MPU upgraded on it was the knees and ankles. It gave it tighter ratchets in them, so it's more stable. On those,
I
on
do
those
remember
corn
the
heads.
feet being kind of wimpy on
Yeah.
that. I also consider MP44 a Starscream toy, though, so that's kind of a trick question. That's how I display it. I display it as Starscream.
Do you display? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
You're one of the few
I'm
that
the
I've
one
talked
guy.
to that you're the one guy. Yeah. I don't even know where my Starscream head is for that one. I've got I think it's a knockoff. A buddy of mine gave it to me. I think it's a knockoff, but it does the job.
Did it come with the trailer?
No trailer.
It's a knockoff.
Yeah.
All right,
It does the
initial
job for me though.
Initial Goose Creations asked, "How did the Animalicons or whatever happened? I tried to watch the Transformers movie, and there were gorillas, and I was lost immediately."
I think he's talking about Rise of
That's
the Beast.
that's the
Rise
Beast
of the
Wars,
Beast.
right? Or Beast, yeah, Rise of the Beast, yeah, that one.
You know, he
I-
just came up with a new term, Animalicons. I kind of like that. I think I might start using that. So thank you, Initial Goose, for that creative spark.
There you go. See, he is Initial Goose Creations.
It all depends on
Yeah.
the continuity, because like in the G1 continuity, they were the G1 Transformers were the ancestors of the Beast Wars characters, where in like the IDW, the Beast Wars are on like a different planet. They're like a different subspecies of Transformers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad what happened to that movie, because it was like maybe all the Transformers movies were done like this. Definitely the 86 movie was. It was like written by committee. You know, like whatever the director actually wanted to do with Rise of the Beast got hacked to shit by the end of it.
Right.
Nothing makes sense from a timeline perspective in that movie. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
who's ancestors, who's not, what time, where does space and time mix here? Because they get away from Unicron and suddenly they're in the past, or are they in the future? I don't know. There's a lot of cutting room floor stuff in Rise of the Beast. Still like that movie.
As Biggie said in Rise of the Beast, it was all a dream.
Did he actually say that in Rise of the Beast?
No, it was it was on the soundtrack, or it was that they played the.
I was like, I don't remember that scene. I was like, was Biggie even in it?
He had a cameo.
And it was on the trailer. That song was on the trailer.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really watch trailers all that much. There was another question about. I did flag another one just now, but
Age of the Prime one.
No, Fantastic Plastics asked about. Did anyone enjoy the Supergirl?
We'll
movie?
be talking about that tomorrow evening.
I didn't see it yet. I've been driving.
I haven't watched it yet either. Yeah,
Okay.
I know it came out today.
We'll be. Yeah,
I
we'll
did love the
discuss it tomorrow.
cameo at the end of the Superman movie, though, so I expect it'll be pretty good.
I think the girl that's playing her's hot, but that's just me.
Actually, Toyamic Displays, I saw that in the comment that he put that he thought the Supergirl could have been hotter.
Oh yeah, I mean you could definitely go hotter.
Yeah,
but
you
it's not
could,
like
but like she looks like she looks like someone that you would be going to class, like in college, going to class, and you see her stumbling past you in the morning, going back home while you're going to class, and you're just like, I wish I had your life. You know,
True. Yeah.
I can jive with that.
Yeah. It's just I did like Superman, the Superman movie. I did enjoy that. That was a lot of fun. I also like the fact that it didn't make him like perfect. Like, you know, they made him like where he had flaws, and I definitely enjoyed that. Right. So let's see how this one goes. Yeah.
Well, this
headcanon.
Netflix deal, the whole DCU just might get scrapped again. So.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, it's.
Didn't
scary
Paramount
to
come
think
in last
they're
minute? Was it Paramount?
Yeah, Paramount put a bid that was like $32 billion more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens there. Headcanon said, "What is your opinion on the Primes from the Age of Primes line?"
So are these like questions I'm supposed to answer, or are we collectively answering these? Because
I think collectively, well, just with you three, because I don't remember shit about.
You could, you saying
them.
What?
I was going to start talking about Amazon.
Yeah.
I was like, I love Amazon Prime. It is amazing. I get shipments.
I don't
every
own
day.
any of the Primes. So I can't answer this question.
You know,
I initially thought it was a bad idea because the 13 Primes is like the flimsiest of flimsy lore of some very important Transformers stuff. And the story's never been told well. And I just felt like these were all going to be shelf warmers because no one knows who Onyx Prime is. No one knows who Amalgamus Prime is. Like, if you got to remember, there's collectors, there's hardcores, but then there's like Johnny come lately who's 6 years old looking for a transforming robot. Is he going to choose Quintus Prime over Optimus Prime on the shelf? A green squid guy? I don't know. So I was very like, this is a ballsy move. But then when I saw Transformers 1, and in the opening of the movie, they're talking about the 13 Primes and they show Prime. I'm like, holy shit, they did it. They actually got some cohesion. Full brand awareness. Yeah. So I was kind of like, okay, I can see where they're going with this. And spoiler alert, it also happens to appear in the Skybound story in a very important moment. So there is some synergy here. People are starting to understand that there's more than just Optimus Prime out there.
Oh, I thought you was going to say more than meets the eye.
Well, and I'll say they have taken some real baller risks and done some wild designs with some of these robots.
I
don't think we're ever going to get Transformers that look like this again. Onyx Primal's a centaur. That's crazy.
What? That's awesome.
Yeah. It's actually really awesome. Yeah.
is like a caterpillar of some sort. I don't know. It's actually pretty cool. Like I'm way more into it than I was, and I think there's going to be a lot of collectability to those 13 toys. Like in 5 years, people are going to be like, "Oh my God, you have Quintus! Oh my God, you got the Fallen! Oh, that's $200 on eBay." You know,
is that how a Transformer collector sounds like, though?
Yeah,
tell it something.
That's how they sound in my head. I don't know.
So imagine
I think
13 Prime. Imagine the 13 Prime box set that we'll get in like 4 years.
Dude, that just sounds super expensive, though.
It will be.
Yeah.
Absolutely, it will be.
I mean, but I do like the concept, right? Like Four Horsemen or Mythic Legions did the Four Horsemen. Like, you know, they released them at different times, but if you collect all four, you have the Four Horsemen, the leaders of their groups. And I like that concept of it. So like having the 13 primes, I feel like it's almost like a goal. Like you would want like the 13 main primes on top of your shelf or in your collection, I feel like.
Well, they're eye-catching. You know, when it comes to got shelves like Lou does or you do, Avi, like there's things that attract your eye and other stuff like is boring. You know, like these 13 toys are going to stand out if, you know, projected correctly. And Talib, don't you think it would be crazy to like hoard the 13 primes as a single collection to sell as a set in the future? Don't you think?
Right. Yeah.
Do that.
We all know Avi's the center of his shelf back there is that Mia Khalifa action figure.
She's upstairs. She's not down here.
I should probably the 14th Prime that you would like to.
She's in the bedroom.
Mia Khalifa.
Yeah,
I can make
in the
her
nightstand. Is that where she is?
No.
Does her Matrix light your darkest hour, Avi? Does she have the touch and the power? Would you dare to tap that ass?
Are these all like Transformers models that you're saying right now? Because
pretty good. I'm impressed. He's ripping it. It's great.
That's getting a little too much, man. Holy shit!
Impressive. No, it's impressive. I like it.
Transformers, guys, man, you guys are into it hard.
Yeah, Talib, you just inspired probably my next PFCon exclusive. I think I'm going to make the 14th Prime. What will it be? We'll see.
Mia Khalifa. I can send you a head scan if you need it.
Oh yeah, no, I won't.
Idea's still formulating.
So what does Mia transform into? No, we can't say that on the air.
That'd be the glasses, right?
You're right, exactly.
I mean, they kind of did a sexy pretender in the second movie.
Yeah.
We don't have any toys of her.
No.
Was that the second or was that the third? That was the third movie.
It was the second one when he was in college.
Oh.
Was it?
Yeah, when he went. Was that the second?
Oh my God, it was. You're right. Yeah, because it was
Megan girl that was like crushing on him, and then she attacked him and had the tongue tail thing.
Yeah.
You could definitely do that. They didn't make something that would have been a fun figure to make in a 1/12 scale. Yeah, I'm sure a third-party company's already made one. To be honest with you, but that sounds like third-party all the way.
There's no Alice toy yet. I can't believe it. Actually.
That's right. She had a name.
No,
I was not even aware of the name.
It's an Alice in Wonderland reference because there's a whole scene that wasn't shown where she like learns about the Alice in Wonderland story, and that's her.
Oh no shit! Okay, I had no idea about that. All right, I'll have to look that up.
It's like not in the movie. It was all like previs stuff that never came. I think it's in the comic, maybe. Like that's where it exists. Comic adaptation. I'm sorry that I know that.
Oh, don't be. Hey,
collector. We did talk about G.I. Joe and Transformers 1/12 scale earlier. We, at least they're saying it's not going to happen. I think it would be fun. It might be a HasLab if it does happen, because that's going to be big and expensive for 1/12 scale.
It would probably have to be like a motorcycle transformer. That's probably like your closest thing. That would be
a 1/12 vehicle, like a small car or something. You could do that.
They could conceivably do the Vamp. However, I think it would be a HasLab to really test the waters to see what kind of. I see them going in that route, that direction. A HasLab to test the waters to see how much actual.
I think it would sell more if you do it as a regular release.
That's why I said made to order. We're in that made to
to
order
order.
territory now.
Yeah, made to order. Again, they own both IPs, so what the hell?
Right.
Throw one against the wall, see what happens. You know, give it a shot. Yeah,
Definitely.
it's no lie.
All right, we definitely went off topic for a while, so let's get back on the topic.
Obviously, his favorite Transformer is Psykill.
I didn't hear what you said. You broke up on me.
He said your favorite Transformer is Psykill.
Is it? Who's that?
It's a GoBot motorcycle.
Okay. Okay.
He's trying to disrespect you, Avi.
Is that what he's doing? Okay.
That was a burn.
All right. Hey, Lou, your internet's
Do not
acting
accept
like.
that behavior.
Hey, Lou, I can't hear you. He left.
Oh, we lost him.
I'm kidding. He's back.
Oh, you did that to him, Avi? Fucked up.
Yeah,
I'm just messing around.
he did that. You did that.
I'm just messing around.
It's okay.
So-
It's okay.
so-
I deserved that. It was a low blow. I'm sorry.
I mean, it wasn't a low blow because I didn't understand your low blow. So,
Yeah, just like me singing the song lyrics.
it's like, huh? Anyways, so Paul, when did you decide to become a little bit more serious in collecting? Right, like there had to be a transition phase from you being a collector into, hey, I want to fucking sell toys. I want to do this.
Yeah,
shop.
I feel like those are two different questions. So I'm gonna when did I get serious about collecting? Okay, so I told you I was fortunate enough to have a good amount of toys in my childhood. I didn't have them all by any means, but I had probably like 50 Transformers throughout those 5-6 years of various sizes and stuff.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And clearly I had the collecting bug because I kept the boxes, I kept the styro inserts, I kept the instructions. I didn't care about keeping them really nice necessarily. I just wanted them because the artwork was cool, whatever. I would cut out the robot points and that shit. So clearly I wasn't like mint and sealed box guy back then, but that all changed. So it was probably, okay, there's a guy that his name was Elvin Payne, and he was just a guy on the internet, a collector.
Okay.
And he was on TFW, and I remember just coming across his either photo bucket or something. He's just like, hey, here's my Optimus Prime collection. And he had a mint and sealed box of every toy that was an Optimus Prime. And at this point, this is maybe 2004 or something like that.
You said every Optimus Prime?
Yeah. And so in 2004, that was 21 years ago. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't such an unfeasible thing to do because there were maybe 30 Optimus Prime toys, which was still a shit ton.
I was going to say that's still a lot.
He also now there's about 2,000, so it's a little different. But I just remember looking at his he had one photo of each one in succession. You could just scroll through the page, and I was just like, I love this. This is so cool that he has the Japanese metal core statue Optimus, and he had the Optimus Primals and the blue chest one and the purple chest one, and they were all sealed in the box. I'm not picking you up, but you are making it hard for me to talk. Sorry. That's my friends. So that really left an impression on me, and I met this dude at BotCon 2006, 2007, and I was like, hey, I really love what you did. That's so cool that you did this. But he was selling all his toys. He was getting out.
Oh,
because
okay.
and I was so bummed out about him doing that, but I was like, I want to do what you did with Optimus Prime with Starscream, and that is what I have been doing since about 2006. So,
okay,
yeah, you can have. I have a whole bowl of it. Actually, could you give me a Coke from the fridge? It's my buddy Rick. He's selling with me at the show tomorrow.
Nice.
Okay. So that's when I basically defined what I was going to collect at that point, and I said, like, I am collecting the Starscreams, and I'm going to have them as close to all of them as possible. And so I did not know how difficult that was going to become pre-2007 when the movies came out and everything blew up and all the A-list characters were characters in that movie. And even if they weren't A-list, they became A-list. Everyone thinks Bumblebee was like this ubiquitous character that everyone loved before 2007. Bumblebee was a B-level character, okay? He wasn't that important. Sure, people liked him. He was cool, but he was like Prowl was considered more of an important character than Bumblebee was. That's just, maybe that's my interpretation, but
I think it is. Bumblebee's the man.
What?
The Bumblebee's the man. I love Bumblebee.
Maybe now.
The man now. They turned him into a Camaro. He's fucking rad,
Now.
I don't know why they didn't let him talk. That seems like a real big mistake, in hindsight. So yeah, that is what stopped me from being like ultra completist for everything, which is a dangerous thing to do, in my opinion. It's a slippery slope, and you just start buying stuff to buy stuff, and you don't have any. Like when I look at new toys coming out, I'm like, oh, a new wind charger's coming out. That looks awesome. I don't care. Or like I'm glad it's coming out, but I'm not buying it for myself because it doesn't have wings and it isn't my guy. So it's but there's so many Starscream toys every year. I still got plenty to get. And thank God I don't collect Optimus Prime the way I collect Starscream. I still collect Optimus Prime, but like, oh my God. So,
but, it's funny that you mentioned that, like, you don't want to just buy things just to buy things, right? I feel like every collector has that problem, though. Is there this? I mean, I would say literally every single one of us have probably bought stuff just to buy stuff.
Yes. Oh yeah. I mean, I have no qualms in admitting that. I mean, none of this is 100% healthy. Okay, it's collecting toys specifically. This is a hobby of buying stuff, and that's why I get kind of annoyed when I hear about it. Oh man, it's just collectors helping collectors, man. You should all be. If you find something at Ross, you should pass it on. I'm like, guys, the only reason this shit exists is to make money. Don't even pretend it's not. And that's why my making someone money, okay? Maybe it may not be you, especially if someone's spending it, okay? But so my interaction with the hobby has evolved.
Yeah, I'm not making money
since 1985 or whatever when I was in it. I mean, I went from enthusiast, completist collector to specialized collector to I was doing video reviews with TF Source, so I was like in the mix for a while, and I didn't even really know what I was doing, but I was having a lot of fun. And then I was like hanging out with other site owners, and I was getting to know the community. Like this was a very isolating thing for me for a long time. Then I started going to conventions because I wanted to go to the BotCon. I wanted to get the exclusive, and I went to a lot of BotCons, essentially with no intention to communicate with any other human beings there other than the ones I was buying stuff from at the booths. Like there was no social aspect to this. But then that changed after like my 5th or 6th BotCon, and then I developed a crew, and suddenly I knew all these people, and it was like more about seeing the people than even the toys. However, it was always about the toys for me. Like, let's be honest. But I did enjoy meeting other like-minded people. And then I started making some customs, or I've even considered doing art. But then it's just my involvement with the franchise has evolved to the point where now I'm a dealer. I'm selling them. And I still I'm still a collector as well. And that is a tough like teeter-totter to be on sometimes, And I can it's like there are two different feelings in my head when it's a collector decision and when it's a nuts and bolts. This decision affects my livelihood. Like, do I buy X amount of this toy? Is this one going to sell well? Will people pay more for this than this one? Like, which one should I do? And my collector mindset gives me kind of a competitive advantage in this very specific niche. Sometimes it does me dirty. but more often than not, it helps me like pinpoint and target what I should buy, how many, and what I should not buy, which is more important. And then how much I can sell it to people, and like I can estimate the demand for this stuff without a spreadsheet, without like data. Data-driven decisions are important for business, but like so is luck and gut sometimes, especially with this. It's legalized gambling, honestly. I'll just be honest. I'm an open book, so I love talking about this stuff. Like I really want to. I've gotten to know a lot of other sellers, people that are like kind of like me, and some of them do not collect. They're like done with it because it almost like the buying and selling of it ruined it for them. Or it just changed
the business turned them into like it's a job versus them having fun. Yeah.
Well, I think a lot of it is like either going to like Target and finding the toy you've been looking for. Like it fires those endorphins. Where if you have a business and you're selling it, you're going to get the stock one way or the other. So you're kind of losing that aspect.
Well, you'll get it as a manufacturer, right? I mean, you're getting it as a vendor price, so it's a little bit cheaper. A little. Yeah, I know. No, I was a vendor once before too, and trust me, I know it wasn't that. I mean, it depends on the product, right? It really depended on each item. Like something like random would be like really expensive, and it's like, what the fuck, why? But it would be like a very small difference, right? Like retail would be like $60, and we were able to get it for like 52, 53.
Yeah, and that is just brutal,
Yeah,
like that's like grocery store margins.
No, I 100% agree. I think the biggest benefit for me was like I had me and two other partners had a toy shop. It was an online one, like it was an online toy shop. It was called Triangle Toys and Treasures. It was three of us who were partnered into it, and we had that license to buy the from the manufacturer and stuff like that. And I think the best deal we ever got that we bought a shit ton of that we never sold that much of was the Mezco Wolverine from Mezco 112. It was like the deluxe Wolverine that came with like the Sentinel hand as like a dio piece, and it was like a big tin can. I don't think we put the effort into the business enough because the two partners had two of us had our own stuff we were pushing, and then the third one just wasn't around as often.
You got to be on it every goddamn day.
Yeah.
If you aren't, like, I have my ear to the ground. Talib, you break the news for me very often in the old Discord. Like I'll just tell you, like I'm shocked sometimes at how, like sometimes I'm coming in like, oh, I'm gonna post this to the crew, and like, oh, you already blew past it like 3 hours ago. I'm like, I should be on this, but Avi, what you just described there, that's with those margins. You can make one bad decision and be out of business. You can buy you can buy one order of the wrong product and be fucked.
100%. Yeah, I agree. It's a nightmare. But the issue was the effort, right? And in our case, it was effort was what the issue was. And like again, 2 out of the 3 of us were pushing our own thing, and that was a legit problem. And granted, like the two of the people who were pushing our own thing, like we invested the most versus the third person, so we expected the third person to pick up that slack, but that didn't happen. So eventually I was like, we need to fold this, guys. At this point, it's a pain in the ass. I don't want to deal with this anymore because like I'm pushing my own thing, you're clearly pushing your own thing, so there's no point of even doing this. It's just costing money now. So we folded.
There's nothing that hurts my soul more than paying someone to buy a toy from me, and it happens sometimes. Where I'm saying, you know what I mean by when I say that. It's like, hey, I have this soul. I'm selling this for $50, right? It costs me $40, and suddenly that person finds a 20% off coupon. I don't know. Like some way or another, I just paid that person to buy that toy.
Yeah,
they gave me less than I bought it for, and now they have it, and I'm just sitting here with my thumb somewhere it shouldn't be. Like it happens. It happens with any product, but like with toys, you can go upside down real quick. And
Very quick, especially when you have these, especially with new toys. So the good thing about when we folded the business, right? There wasn't a lot of effort put into it, so like a lot of the stock was older. So some of it was like no longer in stores. Like a lot of it was no longer in stores anymore. You couldn't find it.
So it suddenly was more.
So
desirable.
suddenly it was just like, oh shit, they have this, and now I have a price that was like very close to retail, or So I was like, oh dude, that weekend I picked up we did separation of the inventory, like on a Saturday, and I literally went home, went on Facebook, took pictures of like 3 items, and I was like, okay, listen, I got 16 of these. I got 12 of these, and I got 12 of these, and like 14 of these. I made $4 or $5 grand within Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah,
by just selling on Facebook.
Yeah.
It was just I put the cheapest number I could possibly think of that was like right next to retail. It was the cheapest online price you could find, and I was like, hey, it's goods and services, charge you 4% for that, and shipping is extra $5. I wanted it gone because I was sitting with boxes sitting around, and I was like,
well, that's how e-commerce works. I mean, you could sell 1 million of something in a day if you can reach 10 million people that might want the thing, and you can with the right amount of advertising or the right placement or those things happen. I mean, that's my old business. That happened every day. I mean, not to the point of 1 million products in a day, but like we sold t-shirts for 24 hours. And that was it. This design available for 24 hours, and then at midnight you get the next design. And sometimes they were a hit. They were a hit. And us and the artists made a lot of money in a day. And then the next day you might sell 15. Like, oops, that was a dud. That's just the beauty of e-commerce. My real issue is I don't get a real wholesale price at the quantity that I need for the Hasbro product because it's gate kept. There's a really big hurdle. They don't want just little guys being able to mess up the market by like buying a bunch of, let's say a wave of Marvel Legends. Someone buys like 100 boxes of it for real wholesale, and they're like, don't know how to sell it. And suddenly they tank the market by selling them at a huge loss just to be done with it. They want Hasbro wants reliable people to be getting large quantities of product to get the real wholesale price, or like, and even better than that, the Ross price, the deep discount.
That Ross price, though, man. Whew. Well, I went to Ross over the weekend, and I picked up another Black Series figure because it was like $7 or $8, something like that. And I was like, I'll buy this. I don't have this.
Okay, so how much do you think Ross purchased that for if they were able to sell it for $7?
Oh, like $1 or $2, easily. Yeah. Either probably max $2. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, it's no different than Walmart wholesaling those deluxe figures for $15 for 2-pack.
Yeah, I mean that's also black. The rules for Black Friday are a little willy-nilly,
Yeah.
But the real cost of these things are much lower than the retail.
What's some recent figures that blew you away when they shot up in the secondary market that you can think of?
Well, I'll tell you my weird one for it's holiday season. So this is when like it's almost like the whole the audience is taking crazy pills out of nowhere. So all of a sudden, I sold out of Power of the Primes Elita 1.
Elita 1?
Yeah.
Wow.
A lot of them.
If you don't know what that Elita 1 is,
that's the pink one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But the Power of the Primes
his balls on Elita 1.
The Power of the Primes one was this chunk combiner torso that was not that good.
No,
is it the one with the squishy boobs that you have?
No, that's not.
That's not the squishy booby one.
No, that's a.
So I'll buy that for $1.
Which one is that Elita one? It's not that Jeep one, right?
It's like the center of a combiner. But it's a big jet. They made Starscream out of it too. It was a really odd toy. like
Yeah,
swole,
okay, I know what
swole
you're
stream is what they called him
Yeah.
because he looked beefy.
Yeah, it's like 2017 when it came out, 2015 or 2018, something like that.
I mean, I think that you kind of took me off guard with this question because on a regular day I'd be like snap, snap, snap these, but like I'll just tell you this: you really cannot predict it, even with like all the knowledge that I think I have, that anyone could have, but like I pay attention to this stuff in ways that I think are different than the average Joe. You still just can't predict. Like I sold a Generation Selects Transmutate for $120 today.
No shit.
Yeah.
I still have that.
Yeah, and I had that some of my pricing stuff. I'll just there's a little bit of automation there. I don't really know what is going on all the time, but when when the sales come in, I'm like, what the hell sold for that? I'm like, Transmutate, what? Like it's kind of crise, but it's also holidays. This is kind of abnormal times. Some ones that I would also mention, like the Runabout, the Earthrise Runabout. I passed dozens of those in store. I was like, I already got like 6 of them. I don't really, because that's an item like I cannot source that other than getting my ass in the store and buying it. You know what I mean? Because it's a retailer exclusive. So if I want to carry it, which as a retailer I'm really not supposed to, right? That's a Target exclusive, but I'm a reseller as well, so it's fair game. In retrospect, if I would have known how to predict the future, I would have grabbed every single one of those like an asshole, from every store I went to, but I did not. Right. And I should have, because now they sell for $150 to $200.
Yeah.
I attached my cart in that game to Thrust.
Yeah.
Really, that was the wrong 8 per case versus 3 per case. You'd think the Thrust is rarer, right?
Right.
But, nope.
And then I saw Thrust at Target last week for $27. It was on sale.
He back, baby. Thrust is back.
Mm-hmm.
I love.
What are your thoughts on the reissues?
That was a good
they've
one.
Been doing like crazy here lately.
Whatever, like I wish they weren't like weird, sort of like semi-retailer exclusives.
Yeah.
Right.
Because it's just weird. Like there's no fanfare, there's no special branding on them. Like I like when Target does their own. I like it when the stores do their own lines, like their capsules. Like that's cool. I'm into that. I can expect the Amazon capsule, the Walmart one, and the Target one. At this point, every year there's going to be some sort of special line.
The Buzzworthy
it's like your
Bumblebee
set.
Yeah. They went away from Buzzworthy Bumblebee.
What surprises me.
Go ahead, Lou.
I was just to say, what surprises me is the reissues are straight up same package. There's absolutely nothing new, all the way down to the packaging for these reissues. It's almost like we found a warehouse. Is there?
Well, if you follow the wonderfully curated Collecticon Instagram, I do try to point out when, like, I always am excited when a reissue like these come out. So I got my blasters the other day, which used to be a Target exclusive. No Buzzworthy branding, just it was the Studio Series blaster. That was one that also shot up in price, especially internationally, because it was a U.S. only. So that was worth a lot of money. But so they reissued that, and I have some of the old one, and I got the brand new one, and I put them next to each other, and I took some photos and posted them on Instagram. I'm like, see any differences? The differences are nominal. Like this is really cutting the short hairs that I'm going to bring up. But that black, in the Studio Series box, there's all that like multi-language legalese safety stuff. It is completely redesigned, reoriented, and it's in different shapes because the standards are different. Yeah, all that bullshit is completely different.
Yep.
And
really?
Of course, the date stamps on the box are going to be completely wildly different than the ones from like 3-4 years ago. That's how you can tell.
Okay.
And now, the reason that this matters to me is because when they rerun a toy after so long, yeah, it's supposed to be the same thing. There's always something different. Always, even if it's like minute bullshit, like the ratchets are different, or like the plastic color. You know, there's always something a little different. But once in a while, there's a major difference. And then when people like want and maybe it's an improvement, like, oh, they fixed the knees, you know,
right? Yeah.
Then you want to be able to identify which one is which, so you don't buy the shitty old one and instead you're buying the new one, and someone can, you know, but it's hard. That's why I always look for those the tells, and I try to point out the tells. So hopefully that kind of answers that question. Like, I like the reissues because it gives me a little like mystery hunt to figure that out.
Well, and then all the people that said they were fine with that Studio Series 86 Perceptor, and then they did a reissue, but it had modifications to the legs. I think it was the legs or the back or something like that. And then it came with a rat bat and ram horn.
It was the back. Yep. That one pissed me off because go ahead. Yeah, that one I'm lagging again. Real quick, that one pissed me off just because it was such minor, subtle differences, and then of course jacking up the price for it. I like Perceptor. I'm a fan of Perceptor. I held off on buying that reissue though. I'm tired of it. Couldn't do it.
So, Fig Fan Samurai, what does that mean? It's 2020. What date stamp says 2020? Because the date stamps aren't like actual dates; they are codes that you have to decipher.
I think there is a date stamp on the box, though. But 2020 could mean a lot of different things, though.
A date stamp is a imprint that is put on. It's a production date stamp that is imprinted onto the box, and it's like the lot number and the date. It's packaged and created. It might actually say copyright 2020 on it on both boxes, but that's not the date stamp. The date stamp is it's usually by the barcode. And like most people don't even care or know about this shit, but I do. And
you kind of pay attention.
Doesn't mean you should.
Well, you kind of pay more attention now with the Collecticon starting.
Well, thank you, Talib, because that's all of this ties into my grand scheme where I want this all of this information recorded for posterity so that people can forensically figure this stuff out on the fly. You know, like, what was the date stamp of the reissue versus the other one? So then if they ever are faced with a quick dilemma decision, like, oh my God, is this the original or is this the reissue? Because the reissue is way better. I want to make sure it's that, but I can't tell just by looking at the box. Look at the date stamp. I'm sorry, that's so gross. Excuse me. Go to the dates. Go to the Collecticon. Look at the date stamp of Earthrise Sunstreaker and look at which date stamps are on which one, which release of it, and then you can find out. You know. But so that's a website that I'm working on right now. That Talib was so nice to ask me on Decepticast to do an interview about. So you can, maybe go in the Wayback Machine of YouTube and check that out. But I'm hoping to launch that in 2026.
Yeah.
At least to beta users. If I don't get past beta users, I should probably hang myself because I've been working on this for way too long to make that not happen.
Now, before we go to the next thing, I do need to share this because we are doing a giveaway tonight. So,
oh, sweet.
So let me bring this back up.
King of the giveaway, baby.
Very good point. We are the king of the giveaways.
That's right, yellow part.
We're doing hashtag YOLO. You'll get a chance to win. What's that button? This is the button. Optimus Prime Orion packs.
/ AMK series.
That looks sick.
I actually have this figure in it.
Oh shit! It has a window. I didn't know it did that.
Yeah.
Wow, the window's new.
It's actually pretty dope.
I think those YOLO Park figures kill.
Yeah,
cool.
I have a small collection of YOLO Park, and that's one of the Transformers I do collect, and I have this one. It's a good figure, so I bought another one. It came in today, just so I could give it away to you, one of you guys. So hashtag YOLO. We'll pull this a little later, and just keep putting it in the chat. It's a great
Yeah.
figure. Whoever doesn't have one or may want to test one out, blockies are fun to build. They're easy, and this is even easier to build.
Mhm.
If you haven't seen
Uh,
Transformers 1, don't let the trailers fool you. It was a very adult oriented.
It was a good movie.
It was a
very
great
good
movie. I really enjoyed it. I was surprised as hell because they advertised it completely wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed the movie a lot. And I'm not even into Transformers, so that tells you something.
Hey, quick, Avi, I don't
Mhm.
remember. Remember I gave a thing for you guys to give away. Did that happen?
It did happen, and the guy who won it is right here. Creative Primitive. He actually lives in my area, and I'm still waiting for him to send me his address so I could give him.
You better do it, Creative. I got to send you. You're gonna get you're getting the silver tracker, man. That is a hard to get thing.
Reach out, Creative. You got to send some addresses out to people. That way, you can get your toys that you won.
Hey, so does Talon.
I might even throw in a little extra for Creative Primitive.
I got mine.
What do you mean? So does Talon got? He showed it off earlier. Were you not here?
Yeah,
I've been asking him for 2 days.
What?
I don't know what Lou's talking about. But yes, I got a silver tracker in the mail from Collecticon as well, and the giveaway that I won from the Figure Fight Club.
You got the stickers too, didn't you? You didn't show off the stickers. Oh, you did.
Been here the whole time, man. Told you it was going on the mic stand.
You did put the sticker. Is that the signed one? I gave you a non-signed one.
It's a signed. It's a signed one.
That's awesome. Hashtag YOLO to get a chance to win the YOLO Park Optimus Prime or Orient packs. Again, if you guys haven't seen Transformers 1, the anime, it's actually a really good anime. I enjoyed it a lot. And the sticker is awesome too, Talon. Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Let's go back to since we have the. So now talking about you, but you're I don't know where you're at right now, Paul, but you are there for a show, a toy show. You're set up.
That's right. I am in Iowa right now. Not Idaho, not Ohio, Iowa. That's where I was born, and that's where I went to college. Went to Iowa State. Go Cyclones! And I want to rep my favorite Instagram account, Quad Shitties. They hyper local Quad City meme humor. That's where I am, and I'm going to the Quad City Toy Show tomorrow with my buddy Rick, who's right across from me, listening to me babble. And my dad is also going to help me. He loves to come help me with the toy shows when he can. It's like he gets to watch his son like flail at business, so it's probably a little bit fun. And I remember I asked him to come with me to TFCon, the first Baltimore one. I'm like, I'm going to go sell at this thing. You want to come with? It's like a 3-day road trip. And he's like, okay. And the first night I was all set up in our hotel room I had like a whole store in my hotel room. And
so it was like a room store?
I was doing room sales. Because I've had a lot of success with room sales. I also had a table down at the show, but I was like, oh, the room sales is where it's going to be at. Unfortunately, that was one of the first hotels where you have to have a key card to get up
to the level, right?
So it's kind of that really nerfed things. I should have had a line out the door the whole time. I'll send you photos someday. It was insane. But the first kid that walked in just walks in, throws $300 down to buy a Fans Toys Galvatron, and my dad just looks at me and goes, "Yeah!" Like he's like, "Oh man, this works. This is crazy. I didn't know people were actually gonna buy this stuff." I'm like, Dad, you don't even know. And I think he's been kind of. He's not into Transformers, but he's been kind of like he loves just the banter.
It's the thrill of the sale, man. Like that's one of my favorite. Like Ish always has me work some of the cons because I enjoy just talking about toys with people, like anyone, and then I actually enjoy selling toys because it's fun talking to people, get to know people, get their collecting habits. So I always enjoy that banter part about selling. And it's just you make good connections that way, and I really just enjoy that.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of that at this show. I mean, I've done this. This will be my third time doing this show, so I've started to notice some regulars, and like my booth kind of stands out at this show because like it's all Transformers, and it's like it's like a TFCon booth at a non-TFCon con, which is somewhat overwhelming for most people. Some of the prices are higher than they're used to. And like just the overall amount of product is overload. I mean, there's probably like 2,500 different Transformers at my booth.
Don't let Paul fool you. I saw some Sesame Street blockies on in his booth.
That's true. Well, I like the Blockies brand. I believe in it, and I think that can expand into other things. So
you said Sesame Street blockies?
Yeah.
Do you happen to have the Star Wars ones yet, or not yet?
No, I'm probably not going to do the Star Wars. Star Wars is in a bad place right now. It's limping along, and I think like it's at an all-time low for interest. So it's not really a brand I want to be involved with in almost any way until they show me that it's worth being involved in. Because it's a story. Star Wars is a story first, fiction first brand. So is most things, but Transformers is not. I'm not going to shut my mouth. I don't care. I love Star Wars, okay? But I'm not going to sell them right now.
It's
right?
like
But I have in the past.
So Sys 3D Arsenal is our newest sponsor as well. So Paul, meet Chris, meet Paul.
What's up, dude?
So it's funny because again he's a big Star Wars fan, and I disagree with you. I think Star Wars will always have their diehards. Because again, I'm a diehard Star Wars guy. I will always I have a good tag over here. I bought a Black Series
challenge
figure.
You on that.
You can't see it.
You disagree with me that I say Star Wars is limping along right now? What is there to be excited about with Star Wars at this very moment? What?
The Mandalorian.
Baby Yoda was a few years ago. Okay,
no, but
that was the last thing
movie
Star Wars
coming
had going on.
the Mandalorian and the Grogu movie that's coming out.
It better be good.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good.
Better be good.
I haven't watched any Star Wars content since Obi-Wan.
Well,
no, I think it's gonna be good. I think Lou has officially frozen. Oh no, he's back.
No,
I think it'll be good because I think I think the people at Disney.
It's good.
Yes, I think the people at Disney see the hate that's coming from the customer base. And I mean, again, like they had a lot of hate, and then they did Mandalorian, it knocked it out of the water.
They did, but they still did episode 9, which is
for 2 seasons.
For he's 7 seconds behind us. That's why.
Right.
Episode 9. Yeah, dude. Again,
it did irreparable damage to Star Wars. Irreparable damage.
And a lot of people don't consider the last 3 movies part of the Star Wars trilogy, like part of the series of Star Wars.
Well, that's what they thought of the prequels too, but now the prequels are beloved. There's gonna, prequel memes saved the prequels. The Reddit prequel memes thing, it gave it a new life. Soon we'll have, if we don't already have sequel memes, we will, and it will be loved again in the future, and that's fine. But they're really gonna have to. They're just digging themselves out of a hole right now, and maybe the movie will do it. I hope it does. That would be great. I love Star Wars.
I mean, the only interesting thing was last night during the Game Awards, they showed a trailer for the Old Republic tie-in video game. That might be something that might save Lucasfilms in the Star Wars universe, maybe, but I don't have much faith in video games nowadays. Even though it's Star Wars, it's going to be a new IP or like a new game, and it's just what new game nowadays hasn't been a shit show at the beginning?
I agree. No, I agree. And K-Dog, dude, you're not the only one. I actually enjoyed Book of Boba and Obi-Wan. I thought they were both good shows. I even liked Ahsoka.
You just like the main actress's assets.
You mean Rosario Dawson?
You like Rosario Dawson's assets, yeah.
I do like her assets, but I actually enjoy, but again, Ahsoka, I was a little biased too. Ahsoka is my favorite Star Wars character. But it's not because of that. I enjoyed the show. I thought they did. Again, Star Wars is not about action. It's about storytelling, right? That's really where it's at. Yeah. The last trilogy, right? I didn't like him. Episode 7, I thought it wasn't bad. 8 and 9 was just horrible. But one interesting thing about 9, I thought, was it 9 where they had like the whole weird cave mirror thing going on with Ray?
Yeah,
I think it was 9, right?
Yes.
It was an
No, that
interesting
was in
theory.
8. That was an 8.
Okay, then maybe it was 8. So someone in like online somewhere, someone had mentioned that this is where they could bring in the multiverse with Star Wars, and it could be undone. And now the multiverse concept has been brought to a lot of scenarios. I mean, you have to undo what happened with fucking Ray. Let's just be honest. That has to be undone somehow. And
So
how do you do it? You create a multiverse saying, "Hey,
Good night, everybody.
episode 6 happens, and then after episode 6, you have Mandalorian and all that stuff, right? But then the story continues from that, and it doesn't introduce Ray at all."
So, my wife and I have been rewatching Girls. You know that show on
No.
HBO? Oh my god!
Is it about like which type of girls are they? What do they do?
Okay, so
You piqued my interest.
Adam Driver, the only reason he is Kylo Ren is because he was in Girls. And if
Okay.
if you watched Girls before Star Wars, it was a fucking weird experience to see him be a sci-fi character after his character in Girls. But now seeing it again, it's like so recontextualized. It's actually an amazing watch to be like, that guy becomes Kylo Ren. Holy cow. Because he does some deplorable shit in that show. And I don't know. It's a really good show. Whether you hate or love Lena
Yeah.
Dunham, the show is very, very good.
You said it was HBO?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It's like Sex in the City and everyone sucks. You know, everyone's awful. Some people can't stomach the show, but I think it was great. And that's Adam. Like when you found, like I was watching that show and then it's like, oh, this is the guy that's going to be the villain in Star Wars, and like literally spit out whatever I was drinking because it is hilarious. And he did a really good job. So I don't know. Episode 9 was just a real bummer. Again, written by committee.
I mean, I agree with you in that it wasn't a good movie. I've enjoyed the Disney TV show stuff. Even Acolyte wasn't terrible. I thought it was decent. I liked the villain that they showed off. He had more of a gray vibe to me, but yeah.
Andor was fantastic.
I loved Andor 1 and 2.
Best
both.
Star Wars I've ever seen. It was so good. No lightsabers anywhere, you know? It
Yeah,
was amazing.
Andor was awesome. Again, it goes back to the storytelling, and I feel like they did a really good job because we know where it ended. We want to know what happened in the middle, and the beginning and the middle, and that I feel like they did a good job of explaining all that. But again, like I'm a big Star Wars guy too. Like I grew up loving Star Wars. If out of a lot of stuff as a kid, Star Wars is probably one of the most things I remember, and wrestling. But I'm not a wrestling fan today as much as I was in younger days. But yeah,
You're not watching main event tomorrow night?
I am not. I haven't watched wrestling on TV for the longest time. My older son, has been watching like Raw on Netflix.
It's Cena's last match tomorrow night on Peacock.
Oh, it's in DC because someone tried to get me. My brother-in-law was like, "Hey, you want to come to DC? We'll go to the live," and it was like $200 and some for the cheap seats. I was like, "Yeah, I'm not interested. Not for $200 and some for cheap seats." He texted me the other day. He's like, "They're a little cheaper now." I was like, "Yeah, it's still $200, but the lower end of $200. It's not cheap enough."
Can I make one more statement about Star Wars? That
Of course.
resonates here. Andor, amazing show. I've watched it twice. Maybe I already want to watch it again. Did not sell toys. Politics doesn't sell action figures.
I bought it from Rob.
Unfortunately.
So I mean, to be fair though, like most of my Hasbro buying comes with clearance prices. So like, I really don't buy Hasbro often. When I do, it's either a Black Series or Marvel Legend, and mostly it's at clearance. So like, I'll go to Ross. I found I forgot the chick's name, but she was in Andor, season 2, the blonde female officer. So I saw her for like $7-8. So I was like, Yeah. I bought her figure because I was like, I don't have her figure in my officer shelf, so I was like, done. Buying
And
it.
you know the other thing about the Andor characters, they were ugly. Not like how what they look. They were like these gritty, ugly characters. Like they're not flashy. Something that would sell an action figure on the shelves.
I don't know. That one
It's
chick
just like-
commander was pretty hot.
Another white dude, another white chick. It was kind of the same. It wasn't the kind of story that sells toys, and that's okay.
It would have been like the Eternals wave, all of them in the same body, just different heads. And we know where that's at for $1 a piece.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I get what you're saying, though. Like, it's killed, like, Star Wars is an IP. But the thing is, you have diehard Star Wars fans, just like Transformers. Or you have diehard fans in Transformers. Let's just say it, Star Trek, right? Those Trekkies. You got diehard Trekkies out there, too. And that's a real thing. And I don't think Star Wars will ever die because of that reason, because you have the diehards. They will always rep Star Wars. I love Star. I mean, I have Star Wars over here. I have literally 2 bookshelves dedicated to Star Wars, and that's 2 is probably the most in my man cave upstairs compared to any other toy line I have in that room. So I have more Star Wars space than any other toy line, and I have all the fucking 1-to-1 scale helmets, like at least for the Mandalorians and like Vader and the Stormtrooper and all that, and.
You should see my 1-to-1 scale AT-AT that I have in my empty lot next to my house.
Is that right? That must be a big ass lot.
It's big. It's pretty cool. We'll fire it up next time you're over and walk down to the police station.
It'll just be like 3 steps.
Yeah. I don't have a one. No, that was a joke. That was an attempted humor. You got it, though. That's good.
Yeah, I did get it. But I bought more Star Wars from Abi than anyone else. That is true. He has bought more. So like I've had a love and hate. So back in the day, I used to buy figures, and then if I was done collecting, I would literally, or that line, I would just get rid of them because it's like. But then I started realizing I would collect them back, purchase them all back, except for fucking Jabba the Hutt. I haven't gotten Jabba the Hutt back yet, and I'm a little upset about it. Because I need a Jabba the Hutt in my collection. Okay, good for you, Lou. I need a Jabba the Hutt.
Jabba the Hutt was that husky guy that Han was talking to in Episode 1, right? When he was by the Millennium Falcon.
Is there a figure of that dude? That bullshit CG or the non-CG Jabba?
There is a figure of a Jabba the Hutt.
What, the human version?
Oh, the human. No,
the human actor. That seems like
so.
They've never done the human actor. Yeah,
it'd be like a PulseCon exclusive, perfect for something like that.
K-Dog,
right,
I have.
That could be something for that.
K-Dog, I have not done a tour video recently. I've done an older one when I first started my YouTube, but nothing recent. It's still not ready yet because there's so many empty shelves right now, which means I need to open up shit and put it on the shelves. But I'll do one eventually. I do get tours of my closet though and my laundry room.
Wow. I was gonna break some news.
Oh shit!
A minute ago for all you like folks in North Carolina and Transformer fans. Walmart has people have found Soundwave at Walmart in Durham. Or was it Durham? Chapel Hill.
Chappelle. It's Chappelle Hill.
Whatever, Chappelle Hill. Chapel Hill.
Chappelle Roan.
But the 80, well, not 86, but whatever, the Studio Series Soundwave has been found at Walmart. Happy hunting. And I know Toyamic Display, he's in North Carolina, right?
So he's got to drive though, but it's Chapel Hill. That's like 40.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's hitting Chapel Hill, it could be hitting anywhere in the state.
It could. I mean, we're looking at. I mean, Jerome, he lives out.
Well, Zaldron said he got a shipping soon notice from Pulse, so.
Oh snap!
They are gonna release the hounds, open the floodgates.
So this here can I kind of paint a picture for you now? So now I also knew this. I'm glad you mentioned it, Talib, because I saw that same thing today and I was like, uh-oh. So that means the big box stores got the stuff before me. And I have pre-orders for this. So when something like this happens, what do you think my email box gets flooded with?
Cancellation notices.
Actually, not a lot of that, because I kind of I'll just be honest, like I kind of
Where's my
punish you
shit?
if you cancel pre-orders with me. You know, I'm like, oh, you get a cancellation fee, so don't cancel it. Like, but I bought it at Target for less. Well, sounds like you bought it twice, buddy. Like, what? Why did you pre-order it if you were going to cancel the pre-order?
All right, so my next guess is, where's my shit?
Yeah, that's the real.
Yeah.
You know, even when pictures show up from Hong Kong, someone's like, "Hey, it's out. Where is it?" And I'm like,
On
"Oh
a
my
boat.
god!"
On a boat.
Yeah, like there is this idea that the general toy population, because we're all impatient, we all want our shit first, right? Because everyone's trying to be a YouTube star, everyone's trying to be the magic one that gets the front page post, whatever. Only one person can do that.
It does work though. When you get your
mean?
shit, but like if you get your shit first, and you're the first one to put it up.
Yeah, there's a guy that got a living off of it, and it's doing pretty good on the YouTube.
Who?
100%. I understand that.
Crime.
But you know what? I don't.
Oh, yeah.
That's a level of service that no one can provide. If one person could get everybody the thing first, which is an impossible oxymoron statement, they would be the only toy company, the only toy reseller on the planet. You know, it's just, that's not the way it works. So now Walmart has it. By the way, they have their own fulfillment. Like they probably got, that was probably the last box of shit on that ship, and they shipped it off, and now it arrived before like the general package comes across the sea that is then dispersed to Target and Amazon and blah 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 blah, has Repulse, etc. There are times where I get the shit before anyone. You know, my supplier gets it to me, and then I'm able to send it out. But it always chaps my ass when, like, and we're right before Christmas, right? And anyone that pre-ordered that Soundwave for me, I was like, don't expect it by Christmas, because I know you think you're going to get it by Christmas.
Here we go.
And now it's shown up at Walmart, and now everyone's going to be in a tizzy. And you know what? If I show up to work on Monday and like FedEx comes like, here, plop, here's all your Soundwaves. Great. They're all going to get there by Christmas, and I'm going to be a hero, but that's just not going to happen. And then instead I'm painted as the devil instead.
Well, it's not your fault though. A lot of people don't understand that either. It's like,
it's just,
listen, you'll get it when you get it, right? That's really how it is.
Well, yeah, but this is just an unfortunate reality of, see, Arsenal knows. He knows exactly what I'm talking about. And it's like, you don't want to overpromise, right? That's like the worst thing you can do as a retailer. So like, I used to put pre-order windows. Like I'd be like, hey, it's coming in like March something, because toys do not have release dates, because the logistics of getting it, all the translog is a disaster. It's not, we're so used to release dates for products because of video games, CDs, media, things that are all the same size and have a very standardized transportation logistics system in place. Like, toys are not like that. They are large, irregular, physical objects that just come when they come. And it sounds like I'm bitching. I'm just trying to like express this, because I think the average toy person doesn't get it, the reality of it. That's why Pulse is late sometimes. That's why BBTS, although BBTS is the gold standard, you know, from like toy online sales, because they're the ones that have been around a lot, but they have a huge ass warehouse. Right. That's why it takes them a while. When you ship your pile of loot, it might take 4 or 5 days, because they have to fish all the stuff from like all over this 1 million square foot warehouse. Like, that's just how it is. I can get the orders out faster than BBTS. That doesn't make me better. Okay. Just once in a while I can be faster. So, and I'm sure Arsenal, I'm probably preaching to the choir with him. I love actually someone like fist bumping me on this statement instead of calling me the devil. Which is what I'm used to.
Well, you got him back after that Star Wars comment, so
that's okay. I'll take my lumps.
All right, let me bring this back up on the stage, guys. YOLO.
Just the giveaway.
So do you see different dates from your distributor that we see like on Pulse or BBTS?
Listen, I don't. When I see dates, they're blank in my eyes. I don't even pay attention because I don't care because it doesn't matter because it's going to show up when it shows up, no matter what it's said.
Well,
I think dates will move though. They move.
Well, yeah,
they
since
move.
June this year, we've been burnt. I don't know how many times. Those dates have been off by a month or two behind, and we've been getting this stuff early.
Yeah, it goes both ways. It goes both ways. And then when it comes, it's always funny because everyone bitches when things are late. But then when they're early, they bitch like, "Oh, I didn't have I got hit with my credit card bill." Like you were gonna be prepared for that bill regardless of when it hit. Just shut up and eat it, dude. Like I don't.
Hey, we need reasons to complain.
I was gonna say it just goes to that. It's just it's the complainer, right? Like I have a buddy of mine who puts in credit cards or debit cards that have no funds in them to do pre-orders on purpose. So he knows he's got 2-3 days to at least put money into that account so he can make the transaction go through.
This is why I charge up front because that is some like nefarious bullshit. I mean, it's that is actually kind of funny. Like that's creative, but you shouldn't do that.
Travis, that's what I do.
Wow, that's really hacking the planet. I'm impressed. Don't do that to me.
All right, and let me go ahead and pull this, guys. Good luck to everyone. And again, reach out to Figure Fight Club on Instagram or figurefightclub@gmail.com. And remember, you have to be a subscriber in order to win this. I will check.
Oh yeah.
I'm just gonna find out.
I'll watch, but yeah, I'll ask for screenshots
cool.
and all that stuff. Good luck, guys. God,
This shit's rigged. Rigged.
Oh my goodness.
Creative, are you still here, bro?
God.
Wait, he's gonna still be here. This is a claim. You gotta be here. So Creative, are you still here? You could get tagged. Apparently, I see Derek tagging you.
He's
Let's
there.
go. All right,
Yeah,
so
he's
Creative,
in the chat.
listen, Creative. I have to be in Raleigh tomorrow, or I'm going. No, I don't have to be in Raleigh tomorrow. I'm going to Raleigh tomorrow because I'm going to a card show, and you live in Raleigh, so I'm going to bring the 2 giveaways that I owe you now. I'll drop it off tomorrow if you're available, and then you reach out to Collecticon, please, and
He
give
already
him
did.
your address. He did. Okay, good.
Right here.
So, dude, that's awesome. You won at the giveaway party. You won again tonight. Actually, you didn't win at the.
He's
did win the giveaway. He's won 3 weeks in a fucking row.
Yeah, he's got like 2 Transformers to get now, or he's getting.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude. Creative, congrats, dude. That's amazing. Hit me up though, because again, I'll be in Raleigh tomorrow if it's not snowing.
That's how we convert them. Oh, I'm not really. I dabble in Transform.
Yeah.
Just got 2
And
giveaways now,
shout out to Articulated Times.
and they're
Get
both
bit by those
non-transforming.
Insecticons. You never know what you'll contract.
Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
So
Yeah.
how much longer do you want to go?
We're gonna wrap it up soon because we have a members only we have to do after this,
Oh, okay.
and I know you have a big show tomorrow, so
I did bring a few. I got some things out for like a little bit of show and tell. If you
yes, dude, show
5
and
minutes.
tell. I love show and tell. We have 10 minutes. It's fine.
Okay, well, because Talib, this stuff might really bore you, but like I told you I collect all these Star Screams, right? And before I go into this, I want to know real quick, what are your opinions on toy grading?
I don't care because I
Toy
open all my stuff.
grading. Toy grade. So
I think
Yeah,
it's cool. Like I think it's cool, but it just feels like it's a lot of money to send it, and then you got to pay to get it encased, and then
well, here's the thing though. Like it's also like I've been getting into
Yep.
cards lately.
It's
So
a genius
people-
idea.
People
This
have
is
been
what
doing it. What's
you
the
do.
grade?
Oh, the grade on. Oh, you want to know the grade?
I want to know the grade. Yeah,
90.
out of 100, I guess.
Yeah,
I guess-
90 is about as good as you can expect. That's
Okay.
like you did it. But I don't grade stuff for the
Mhm.
grade. I grade it to keep it nice. So,
In a nice box.
you ever moved your collection?
Yes, it goes in a bucket.
If you got loose
Mhm.
toys, it's one thing. But if you got sealed stuff, if you're a sealedy, like me, like a sealed box guy, this is the only way to go, baby.
Yep.
This is the first masterpiece Starscream.
So,
We call this green scream. Right.
do you grade all your Starscream?
Yep.
Not all of them. I mean, because this is over like 10, 15 years. I've graded a ridiculous amount of them, but it's like a little bit at a time. You know, it's like when I'm every few years, if I'm flush with cash, I will treat myself and send a box of stuff. But I have like a backlog of stuff to send in. If I get a really nice G1 piece, which there aren't many left for me to get, but like I will send that in immediately just to make sure it's like encased and good.
So I've heard. Go ahead, Tyler.
Who do
I was
you
just
use?
gonna say
Who do
the way
send
you
it to?
collect that stuff, it makes perfect sense to grade
right
that
back.
stuff. And Lou, say what you was gonna say because I started talking over to you. You were delayed.
Thanks. Who do you send it to, Paul, to get graded? Is it Action Figure?
I do AFA
Authority, I think it's
Action Figure Authority, or who is that Toy Grader now? Like, I don't know.
AFA is
Someone
about
asked if it was CAS. I
20
don't know if
minutes
that's the
from
same company now, or
Yeah, that's what Toyamic
Okay.
put in the
Yeah.
chat. CAS.
CAS,
all
okay.
my stuff is AFA, but I know that there's been like a lot of changes over the years. Just once I went with one grading company, it's like don't muddy the waters by getting different ones.
Right.
Like I probably, even if unless it was a piece I really needed and it was already graded, I would not have a grade from a different company. It just wouldn't work for me.
It makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Kind of stick with all of it.
But like here's another
the
one.
AFA is actually about 20 minutes away from me. They're
No
offices.
kidding. Oh my God.
Mhm.
I wish that
Yeah.
they would come to the Transformers conventions because I would just dump a bunch of stuff with them. But they don't.
no
They only
doubt.
come to certain shows.
Mm-hmm. Yep. They don't travel much, from what I've heard.
Okay, so CAS is like the competitor. They kind of came up maybe in the last 10, 15 years. I know I've heard of them, but I'm always like, well, I'm not going to switch. You know, like it's not like brand loyalty. It's just like I want all my labels to look the same. I want the size of the box to be as consistent as I can. But so I just I'm at my parents' house. That's where where I stash the good stuff. So like, this is a Micron Legend Starscream. This is Armada Starscream, but it's the Japanese one.
Yep.
And this one's an 8.0. So I mean, I don't know. There must have been some sort of flaw, you know, like.
Okay.
If I looked really hard, I could probably find it. There's a little bit of a flap grease on the back here.
Yeah.
But like, a lot of people told me I was crazy for doing this, but time tells the truth. And if you look at what one of these costs now sealed, if you wanted to like get one to get graded, good luck. Good
Got
luck.
you. I mean, the thing is, the comment I was going to make about grading. Like, I recently got into trading cards, and a lot of cards get graded. But there's been a lot of like controversy over like, because grading is all like perspectives by an individual who's looking at the item. So one person could rate it an 8, while another person could rate it a 9 or a 10.
So you're saying somebody could go in with a bad attitude and like, fuck this guy, he's getting a 7.5.
Exactly. So like, a lot of these, so that's become a big hot item in the the trading card market, right? So I don't know. That's what I was just saying, and I'm assuming it's the same for action figures.
Pretty much. I mean, the cards and comics, again, kind of like what I was mentioning with the media and release dates, that like there's a consistency there. Almost all comics are the same size, so the grading, like the slabbing, is like a really easy thing to do.
Yeah,
you know, it's like easy with these things. Every toy is a different size. They got to make custom cases for all this stuff, you know. So it's
so it's probably even more expensive too.
Yeah,
sorry, go ahead, Talon.
It can cost $50 to $100 to grade something.
What's the biggest item you've had graded?
I had you mean literal size?
Yeah, dimensions. Yeah.
I want to say. Do you know what the Seeker Ace set is? It was like there was like a set of like the classic Seekers that they released in Japan as like a reissue, but it's a 3-pack and it has a flap, like an open flap. So when I have something with the flap, I want it graded with the flap open, so you can see the thing inside. Otherwise, it's like, you'll never open that flap again, and that kind of sucks. So that's a pretty big, with the flap open, that's a pretty big, like, giant rectangle. It's pretty large. But
Got you.
I mean, I just want to burn through some of these. This is actually pretty special. This is animated Starscream, but he's in robot mode and it's vertical. And I don't know if you ever seen this, Talib. Do you know much about animated?
No,
I've never seen
almost
that
every
one.
toy was the boxes like this, and they're in vehicle mode. But in Hasbro Asia, they released a vertical one that's in the robot mode. Again, this is something I found on eBay back in like 2008 or 9. Good luck today getting this.
Right.
Oh yeah,
And this
Right.
is also an 8. So this is high.
Wow.
And sadly,
And those
this is one of my
animated-
highest graded figures. This stupid Beast Wars 2 like figurine piece of shit. It's a 9.25.
You know why, right?
Felt
Because
sorry for me.
they were like, it's probably the easiest they could have done it. They're like, oh, this is easy. I'm gonna give him a 9.25. Boom, put it in the blockbuster case.
Hey, it is in very, very good shape. It's just this shows you like the levels of my madness. No one should grade this. Like, this
Right.
is a stupid thing to have graded. But it got a 9.25, so hey, that's cool.
No, people grade a lot of stupid things, man. I've noticed that and heard about it.
This is a rare one. This is the Fusion Cluster Starscream Protoform. 85, near mint, baby. Boop, boop, boop. Anyways, yeah. It goes on. The rabbit hole goes on forever.
Do you have one of the Dorito Starscreams so you can show Avi what it looks like?
Not handy, but yes.
Okay. You can send me photos later. I do have a question. So how do you display your graded? Are they on the wall or do you stack them up?
Sadly, they are in I
Storage?
call it the vault.
Okay.
So they're a lot of my G1 stuff is in my basement in my house. I have a big spread that I would be happy to show you sometime. Not all of those are graded. Some of them are sliding bottom cases. But again, I don't do this really for the grade. I do it to keep them in the as close to the condition they're in for as long as possible.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
The grading is just like ice on the cake. Sometimes when you send, like, I send in like maybe 10 things at a time. Once in a while, something will come back like ungraded because like they think the tape was cut. There's some sort of thing where they like, hey, it's not. We don't think it's sealed or it's been tampered with or this or that, you know. So so it comes back. It kind of chaps my ass. I'm like, hey, but then I'm like, well, I guess I don't really care, right? Like I got it encased in its plastic tomb now, and that's really what I care about. So, you know.
But then why don't you just do that? Because I feel like that would be a lot cheaper than getting it graded.
I mean, it's the same process, really. I mean, it's yeah. There's not like, hey, just case this and don't grade it. Like that's not really It's kind of a.
Well, dude, you can find so many acrylic boxes for figures nowadays. Like
I don't know. I mean, you'd really. They custom make like see these. You know, they custom cut these pieces of plexiglass, which is not like a big to do, but like I can't do it, and I don't have the heat sealant glue to like keep it all together because like see there's all these like stabilizers in there that keep it. You know how it is like. There's just certain things that like I like DIY stuff. This is not one of them. That's something I'm gonna pay someone to fucking do because
I understand. I definitely understand that for sure.
It's not for everybody, but I do like to open the door to that because a lot of people don't, you know, they think they know about it, or they just like dismiss grading. And I kind of like, hey, there are benefits here. You don't have to go down that rabbit hole. Like it's actually probably a good thing to avoid, but it's just like a long-term goal that I've been doing. I want to grade them all so they're in great shape. And, you know, I've made a pretty big dent. A dent in it, but it's still just a dent.
Right,
It's in the vault, so that's a good thing.
It's in the vault.
Yeah, definitely.
No, I mean, Talib, you can ask Anna about it. She got to see she stayed in my basement or she didn't stay there, but she came to visit and stayed at my
Yeah,
house,
right.
and I showed her a little bit of my stuff.
Yeah,
that's,
I think she
you know,
talked about that a little bit. That was like when she was making that trip for the interview, I think.
I haven't eaten today. So
Can you give me 10 minutes? 'Cause I think we're wrapping up.
yeah.
I want to come with you. I'm sorry, my friend who
We
is
are
helping
wrapping
me-
up very soon, so
Okay.
no worries. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to split. Unfortunately, I would love
Yeah,
to talk.
no worries.
Thank you for having me. By the way, this has been fun.
No, this
love
has
just
been a lot
rapping.
of fun. Yeah.
So
I was gonna say.
Thank you very much for
well,
coming. Seriously, it's been
Yeah.
a lot of fun.
thanks.
Well,
Luke.
Tyler, you were gonna say something, and then
I'm still delayed, but yeah.
You are. What were you gonna say, Tyler?
I think I said what I was going to say.
But Anna mentioned it.
Oh yeah, Anna. I think Anna was visiting for like a job interview or something like that. I remember her talking about it.
Oh, she went to TFCon and she just
Okay, it was a TF
broke the trip up by staying at my house on the way. So
Got you. No, Paul, this was a lot of fun, and I definitely appreciate you jumping on. I wish you all the best this weekend on sales and getting rid of inventory, because I understand that pain completely.
I don't want to move it twice. You know,
Exactly.
Oh, how was the open house?
Right.
it was fun. Met some people.
Were you able to
Yeah,
sell stuff today?
Talib has mentioned I had kind of a pre Black Friday sort of open house at my warehouse. I'm not a store. I don't let people just walk in and like, oh, let me look at the stuff. You know, like my doors are locked. Like I'm a warehouse. I'm an online store. I only want people coming in if they're going to sell me stuff, you know, and then I'll absorb it into my inventory. But I open my doors for like 4 hours on a Sunday and it advertised to local people, and I had a good amount of people come, and that was cool. It's good. It's cool to meet people, but
I remember seeing that post about you had pizza. Yeah.
yeah, I had pizza.
I remember. I saw it. I would have came, but I don't live near you, so.
Well, you know, I do make exceptions for visitors. You can come anytime you want. Just come on out to the cornfields of Illinois.
one year for sure.
Go to DairyCon.
Okay. I have to make my list for 2026 conventions. I haven't done that yet. People keep telling me to go to ZoloCon right now. That's what people keep telling me to do too. They were like, it's at a casino, and I was like, that's not a good thing for me, bro. Like, I'm in finance. Like, that's like I hate casinos. But yeah, no, I definitely appreciate you jumping on and telling us about Transformers, talking about the business. Again, to everyone, the link is in the description. Use that code FFC10. It is valid. It works.
Yep.
And then maybe one year we could get an FFC 25.
Maybe.
Was that who? Yeah, somebody put that in the chat. Was that? I didn't. I forget who the name was.
It was headcanon.
Yes.
Oh, that's
Headcanon?
right. Yeah, headcanon.
You know what? We should do that for like an event. You know,
We
like
should.
a
I agree.
1 day thing. You know, like if you guys do another 24-hour stream or something, or something like that. I'd be down with that. That'd be cool.
Well, there might be one. I have to talk to Kaiju Daddy, but there may be a 24-hour stream coming because me and him have been talking about it. So we could definitely do that.
I really hate to do this, but I really got to run.
No. We appreciate you, Paul. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Anything you want to shout out before you jump out?
Thank you, Paul.
Thanks, Lou. You know, we should talk again sometime. I enjoyed chatting with you. Yeah, Collecticon Toys, that's the website.
Yes.
My new project is called thecollecticon.com. If you want to sign up to be a beta tester, I'm going to be starting to interact with people in 2026. And if you like ridiculous music, you can check me out on Patreon at The Killer Popcorn. It's all free. It's just, but those are my songs, which I play on my Whatnot show, which is at Collecticon on Whatnot. Antics ensue there. I sell stuff on Whatnot a lot cheaper than I do on my website. So
Yeah, I think Toyama
Okay.
Displays was talking about that. Your Whatnot
That's right.
sales. Yeah.
I wanted to mention it, but I also didn't want to out him or me. So it's fun.
No, he talked about one of the comments that you had mentioned earlier, or in one of your Whatnot streams. Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, I did catch that, but then I blazed right past it. But I hate to cut and run early because I really enjoy your show.
No. Go get some food.
But I do
you
gotta
have
run,
a busy day.
so.
Yeah, you have a busy day. No, thank you very much, Collecticon. Again, I appreciate
Right.
you.
Thank you, everybody, for listening. Let me babble. And if you disagreed with anything I said, feel free to challenge me. But I will roast you. It's my favorite thing.
As Travis P in the chat said, you need to come back on.
Sure.
Definitely come back on. So, again, you have multiple shows. You got the Friday, you got Monday for Decepticast as well. That's always an option. And Cool Ray, thank you very much for gifting 1 Figure Fight Club membership. Sweet. And it went out to Jason Evangelista. Yeah, no, Paul, thank you, man.
Thank you so much. Have a great Merry Christmas to all.
Good night, Paul.
And Hanukkah and Kwanzaa, all those things.
Yeah,
and even Satan Christmas if it exists. To you.
Happy holidays is what I like to say.
You too.
Cool Ray, thank you very much. I definitely appreciate you. And Jason and Cool Ray, we are doing another giveaway on members only, which we're going to go to next. Just give us about 15-20 minutes to
powder our nose,
rebalance. My drink will be done by the time we hit exit because Talib talks for 3 minutes on the outros. You want to actually know what, Lou? You can go first. Go ahead, Lou. Shout outs.
Am I still on delay?
You answered me fairly quickly.
On delay.
No.
Okay, good. Finally, I'm stressing this tonight, man. You guys know where to find me. LucidaBase3 on Instagram. Little photography, having a little fun playing with the toys, taking pictures of them. And then you can also find me here Tuesday nights, Friday nights, and then we're seemingly every week going to be doing a stream on Talib's channel, Men on Film. It's a sexy time. It's a lot of fun.
Whoa! Is that what it's called, Men on Film?
You don't read my thumbnails?
I don't even read the thumbnails, man. I mean, Bobby.
It's called Men on Film.
It's Men on Film.
Okay.
Yeah. Stole it from In Living Color.
Absolutely. Right. 3 Snaps Zorro.
Hated it.
Hated
it. All right. That's interesting. Okay. Talib, go for it, bro.
Read. Hello, everybody. You can follow me at Talib1980_collects. I was thinking about the tiny hat, Derek. I do reviews twice a week. Sometimes I've been throwing a third one in because I got shit that I got to review. But Tuesdays and Fridays, 1:30 p.m., a new review drops. Also, just doing news all week long, doing shorts. So, if you could hit that subscribe button. I'm at 15 away from 1,400 subscribers.
Come on, guys. 15 away from 1,400.
Let's do it.
Let's get them to 1,500 by end of year.
Yes. And then, that's kind of the goal. And then Tuesday morning, super early, news and review hits. It's a pre-record. It's a compilation or just compiled of all the news stories throughout the week. And then Saturday, as Lou mentioned, Men on Film. It's where 5 or 6 of us get together and just talk about movies. That's how it starts, but it's just a bullshit session.
You want to talk about the topic for tomorrow's show?
It's what? Disturbing movies or disturbing scenes?
Most disturbing movies.
Most disturbing movies. Yeah. Oh, I've got a couple good ones. Yeah, I got a couple good ones.
So that'll be tomorrow night at 11 p.m. on my channel, Talib1980_collects. And then
11 p.m. Eastern.
And then I am all over socials. I'm on Instagram, TikTok, X, and I'm on Facebook page. I'm 20 away from there to be able to go live. So yeah, check me out on all those. And then as I'm continuing to talk, I am part of the Figure Fight Club channel. Monday nights, 10:15 p.m. Decepticast with me and Anna, where if you like some of the Transformer talk from tonight, you'll get a whole hour to 2 of it on Monday nights, covering news and topics. And then Tuesday nights, open mic night, starts at 8 p.m. Just have a working mic. Anybody can come in. The link for the StreamYard will be in the chat. And then everybody, Friday nights, here we are. The VIP show. You'll get to see other guests like Paul tonight. We have content creators, toy creators, and retail space toy people. So, yeah. Come check it out.
They'll make it for you. They'll tell you about it, or they'll sell it to you.
Yep.
It's fun.
What do you got going on, Avi?
I mean, you just pretty much said all my socials, so I don't really say anything. But next Friday we will be going live again, and I guess next Friday is the 19th, and then the Friday after is the 26th. I'm questionable about the 26th. It is a day after Christmas. Are you guys available?
I think I have the kids that weekend, so yeah, I don't work.
Okay, so you're available. Lou, how about you?
We'll see. I've got a lot going on that week because I've got to work that Friday right after Christmas. We'll see. We'll talk about it. We'll see. I'm not
You
sure.
have to work that Friday after Christmas?
Yeah. Oh,
That's
don't even get me started, dude. Don't even get me started.
Just take the day off. You'll be fine. But again, we're not going live till nighttime anyway. But the 26th, I have a guest lined up for 26th, but I do not have a guest completely lined up for next week yet. So it's a pencil filler. We'll figure that out. But I'm waiting for an email to come back from a certain toy company.
Ooh,
Or the 26th.
Because they gave me their business card and I sent them an email.
Now Lou's thinking about taking off. See
For
how
the
it is.
26th?
No, for next week, 19th.
Okay.
No. But we'll see what happens. We'll have a guest for Friday. Don't worry about that. But yeah, I mean, you already said it on my social. So again, members only. Give us like 15 minutes, honestly, and we'll be doing another giveaway for members tonight as well.
King of the giveaway.
Exactly, we're the king of the giveaways,
great.
so we're gonna do a giveaway.
Mhm.
I mean, other than that, we'll see you guys in the next show. Members, like 15 minutes. We'll have some fun, drink some, and I think members only. I think I'm going to throw out the link for open mic, Sal.
Ooh.
So if you guys want to
Join
jump on, you guys are welcome to jump on and chit chat with us. It'll be fun. It's members only, so it's not public viewing. It's just for the members. But other than that, we'll see you on Decepticast on Monday if you're not going to join the members only. And I might do a show on Sunday.
Ooh, look at you.
Maybe.
Crazy
Maybe.
things happening
Card
in the
breaks.
Figure Fight Club.
We'll talk more about it on members only. Good night, guys. Peace out.
As we wrap up tonight's fun, the figures in talk, so we've just begun. Join us next time for thrills anew. In the world of Figure Fight Club, it's all for you. Make sure to subscribe and smash that like button. See you next week on Figure Fight Club, stay strutting. This isn't goodbye, it's just to see you later. In the meantime, go check out another creator. So keep your figures on display until we gather here someday. Remember the tales and the laughs we shared. Here at Figure Fight Club, you're treasured and cared.